Damn?
Damn.
You're really upset about?
Damn!
I don't think he's really upset.
I don't know.
You know, it's Jerry Garcia's
Nope.
the day he was born, and we could maybe open the show if we had 20 minutes
No.
with a Grateful Dead song. The drummer for Wings,
Oh,
birthday today.
well, the drummer for Wings.
Yeah.
Can anybody name the drummer for Wings? I
You
don't
know,
think so.
I don't either. It's here, but I didn't even bother
No.
to write it down.
No.
Boz Burrell's birthday. In both, everybody has at one time or another, including non-musicians, been in King Crimson. And so he was in King Crimson
Plumbers.
and in Bad Company. Rick Anderson plays the bass for the Tubes.
Oh, we could have done some tubes.
Rick Koontz, drummer for the Grassroots.
Roots.
They're
It's
from
Roots.
the East Coast.
Oh, so it'd be Roots, yeah.
Tim Bachman. Guess what band Tim Bachman?
Is he of
He's
the
taking
BTO?
care
Of
he's
the
taking
Turner
care of-
Overdrive?
He's taking care of business.
Yes.
And it's one. I think it's number 572 of the 10,000 Maniacs. I think it's the 572nd.
Unless you're Natalie Merchant, I don't care.
The 572nd one of the 10,000.
Do you have Chuck D on your list?
I did not.
Because we nearly did some Public Enemy.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Adam Duritz, Counting Crows, but
Yeah,
nobody needs that.
that was not discussed.
No.
I tried to talk him into
Coolio?
Joe Elliott. It's Joe Elliott's
Yeah,
birthday
I
today.
saw that.
He dismissed me just right out of hand.
Good.
Well,
Who
if
needs-
it's a chance to play one of my favorite bands on the radio, and they're playing tonight
Yeah.
at the Depot.
Oh, I didn't know
Katie
that.
approves.
So I dipped into my personal collection
And?
and pulled out on this night. Real Big Fish will be playing the Depot.
And Bowling for Soup.
and Bowling for
that
Soup.
will be a fun show.
That's Cheer Up is the name of the song.
That song is so well done. It's incredible. It's it has a punk vibe to it, but it's about as bright and poppy a song as you could possibly get with great rhythms and melodies and backup singing.
You're just explaining all the reasons that I love that band so much.
I don't know them all that well. I know that song, but that is a great, nice little cut. Probably about 3 minutes long.
Yeah, if you're looking for something to make you feel better about the state of the world, that show
exactly.
tonight would do that.
You will have a good time. If you go in saying I'm gonna hate this,
There's no way.
you will walk out going,
I didn't hate that.
I
at
should
all.
probably go because I've been super pessimistic lately.
maybe you should.
I was watching the debate last night and I'm like,
Why were you doing that?
Yeah, don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that.
it was horrible.
I know.
The whole thing.
I know.
There was not a bright spot in that debate.
Well, there was that one bright spot where apparently Joe Biden was signaling the Russians.
No.
And it's a 3-3-3-0-3-3. I know. That was code. That was code to the Russians.
It was everything about it was bad.
Joe Biden. I watched just a couple of little snippets of it. He could barely keep his eyes open.
Yep.
I shouldn't have had that glass of warm milk before I came out.
Sleepy Joe Biden. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, he was. It was. It was, and I love those. I mean, everybody's talking about Cory Booker's line.
He was good.
Yeah, but when he does something like that, he's got that line in his head,
Yep.
just looking for the place to say
course.
it, and there he goes.
I was disappointed in the whole.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I'm looking for a bright spot somewhere.
Real Big Fish tonight at the Depot.
That's your
right.
bright spot.
And why don't you take a week off?
And that.
A week off.
No, because she'll spend it on Twitter and then
Yeah.
she'll just get depressed.
The only
so.
way it works is if I go somewhere where I don't have service.
My mom has a cabin. We
Go
haven't.
cherish the cabin.
Cherish,
first.
go cherish my mom's cabin. There's no internet. There's no TV. There's no nothing. There's just people driving by on four-wheelers all the
Oh,
time.
well, that would be bad.
So anyway.
On that, I could go back to my hometown.
Yeah.
They drive them down the middle of Main Street, though.
They
don't
pretty much do.
I guess we ought to get the show underway, huh? So
Oh, yeah.
check-ins.
we do those, or we try to.
We got a prize for check-ins. Again, I believe we have do we have a 3-pack of shot glasses? Or a 2-pack?
Yes, a
Two-pack?
3-pack.
A
Katie
three-
is nodding at the
A
3-pack.
3-pack, a big-ass show 2016.
Classic, Bill. They're classic.
Yeah. They're the retro shot glasses. They're big shot glasses. You see the Joe is a big ass show, so it's a big ass
Right.
shot glass, and it's got a picture on it. What I couldn't tell what it was.
It's a donkey head, isn't it?
I think so, but
Yeah.
I looked at it and I went, I don't really know what this is. And
It's
Katie
an
said, I
ass.
think it's a donkey head. Oh yeah. So anyway, call us at 877-602-9696 to check in with the Radio from Hell show, and a random caller will get that 3-pack of shot glasses. But you have to answer wrongly this question. I was looking at an article this morning about Brad Pitt, and so Lena Dunham was in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Yeah.
with Brad Pitt, and she loves him.
Sure.
And it's a story about him. They're on the red carpet, and she tries to get to him and kiss him, and it doesn't work out too well.
Oh.
Because he's not really into it, and it's an awkward-looking photo. But Brad Pitt often has been the sexiest man alive. Who is the sexiest man alive right now? Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers.
Okay.
Wrong answers
Okay.
only. Sexiest man alive.
And I'm just going to say Donald Trump and get that out
don't
of the
say
way.
that. You can't say that.
There you go.
877-602-9696. Wrong answers only. Who's the sexiest man alive? And a random caller will get that 3-pack of shot glasses.
All right. It's 877-602-9696. Let's get going.
Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
The lines are full.
Oh, lots of sexy suggestions.
Yeah, but you can keep trying because the lines will soon not be full. 877-602-9696. Wrong answers only. Who is the sexiest man alive today at this moment?
All right.
Wrong answers.
Wrong answers only. Gina, start the show.
Don't miss Excellence in the Community's Big Band Dance Night Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. at the Gallivan Center. Admission is free. All ages welcome. Get details at excellenceconcerts.org.
The moon is now inching its way. I don't know. It's just going on its way toward being a full moon again. We'll have a full moon on August 15th. The moon will rise today, but you won't be able to see it very well because it's just like a little tiny bit. It'll rise today at 6:52 a.m., today being Thursday. It's the first day of August in the year of our Lord 2019. And this is the morning show that drinks the Kool-Aid. We love the Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid in ages.
I had expected to see the Kool-Aid guy, the big picture of Kool-Aid, come bursting through the background of the CNN
Oh, you
debate
shall
last
not
night.
invoke his name.
Razzleberry, that's what I want. It's the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, and Gina Barberi. The producer of the Radio from Hell show is Katie for short, and the lawbreakers with her in the producer's booth are Bailey, and then Hannah. So,
All right.
We'll hear from them later about the law breaking.
Okay. So let's get underway then. Check-ins, 877-602-9696. We begin with Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
good morning, Ryan. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Very, very well, thank you. What have you got planned for your day, Ryan?
A lot of work.
Well, is it? Do you enjoy that work?
Yes, I do.
Good. Wrong answer only, Ryan. Who is the sexiest man alive today?
Gary Busey.
Ugh.
We said wrong answers only.
Yeah, that's
He's-
a perfect wrong answer.
Oh, come on.
That is a perfect wrong
Yeah,
answer.
I think you're...
Good choice.
Yeah, thanks,
What I
Ryan.
especially like about Gary is that his teeth are too big for his mouth.
That's right. You know why?
Why?
They're fake.
Well,
Yeah,
they're very
because
fake.
they've been knocked out in, I think it was a motorcycle accident, wasn't it? Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
All right. Let's go to Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe! Joe!
How are we all doing?
Great.
Joe, we're doing fine. Your phone is cutting out. Are you moving around?
No, I'm actually pulled over on the side of the road.
Okay,
okay.
great. Joe, who is the sexiest man alive? Wrong answers only.
Definitely Steve Buscemi.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's kind of funny looking, really. If you want to.
That funny-looking guy. Remember that funny-looking guy? Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Joe. See you later.
All right. Let's go to Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Morning. Thanks for letting me listen. And Geek Show says, hey.
Hey, Adam.
And you usually say, and Gina, you haven't ruined the show.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes, Gina, you haven't ruined
Well,
the show yet.
Maybe I did.
could be.
Maybe it already happened.
That's a matter of opinion, isn't it? So who is the sexiest man alive, Adam? Wrong answer only.
Well, this year you get a 2-4 with the members of Tenacious D. Jack Black and Kyle
Yeah,
Gass.
they're looking especially.
Is Jack Black not looking good today, these days?
No, he's got this
What?
huge beard and
Why?
like unkempt, unruly
Because
beard.
he
And
married into a hillbilly family.
I mean,
He
I
did.
love Jack Black.
He did, really.
I mean, Kyle's never been a very attractive. Jack Black could teeter on attractiveness. And
Mrs. Kyle likes him.
Mrs. Kyle.
Is there a Mrs. Kyle? Do we know?
I don't actually know that, no.
right.
Thanks, Adam.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank-
Let's go to Josh.
Josh, wrong answers only.
Yeah.
What are you doing today, by the way, Josh?
I'm driving to work right now.
All right. Who is the sexiest man alive?
Ron Jeremy.
Now, Bill, I think, would
You know-
disagree with you on.
You know, Ron Jeremy signed my breast. He
You're
really,
a lucky guy.
he really did. It was a gag. I met Ron Jeremy,
you say it was a gag.
and I moderated a debate between him and a Christian guy who was, anti-porn, and Ron, of course, is pro-porn. And they were quite a good show, actually. And they're actually pals and kind of like each other. But I mean, the Christian guy was really, I don't like the porn, and we shouldn't have it. But he and Ron got along famously, and they were good debaters. Thanks for calling us. Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Josh, will you hang on for a second, and we'll give you those big-ass show glasses, okay?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, hang
All right,
on. Hang
on. Let's see. We got a lot of text answers. Let's see. Captain Spaulding himself, Sid Haig.
Yeah, Sid Haig is not an attractive man.
Dr. Steve Brule.
Dr. Steve Brule.
Rules, rules.
Baskett's mom.
Well,
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson.
yeah. Oh, I was watching Baskets last night, and Louis is so large now.
Has he gotten bigger?
I think so.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Let's see. Borat.
Yeah.
Clint Howard. That's a deep dive.
Yeah. Clint Howard is not.
Not attractive.
Joey Diaz. Peter Griffin. Jake and Houseware says Peter Lorre.
That's going way back.
Wow, really deep.
Adam Duritz. Oh, come on. It's his birthday.
Yeah,
That's
Adam Duritz
Then
today.
you have the dreadlocks and the matted hair all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carrie, the coordinator, says Gilbert Gottfried.
Yep.
Alex, the engineer, checking in, says Moscow Mitch.
That's catching on, by
It's
the way.
catching on.
The rumor is, by the way, that they have a long break now from Congress.
The August break.
The rumor is that Mitch is going to finally have some work done.
His neck?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
Why would he do it now?
Yeah, why
Isn't it a
bother
little-
after
well,
all this?
It's a little late.
He's just finally it's become even obvious to him that he has chins melting into his chest.
I've got some excellent surgeons in
Elaine-
Moscow, and that's where I'm going.
Elaine won't look at me anymore.
Yeah. And then the correct answer, Bill and Carrie, it says here.
Oh,
There you go. All right. Yeah.
The correct answer is there's no traffic to tell you about. I'm looking at green cameras all up and down the Wasatch Front. If you see something other than that and you think that UDOT's up in the night with their green
They're
cameras,
up in there.
text it to us 33986. Cypress Credit Union's quickest, lowest fees can help you get refinanced or into your new home faster and help you save money. For more information, go to cypresscu.com.
All right. Let's see, coming up, Big Boy News, Opinioendo, Geek News as well, and Beat Gina at 7 o'clock. Let's see what the trivia is
Oh,
today.
yeah. What is it?
Oh, Jason Momoa trivia.
Ooh, oh, it's his birthday today, too.
Well, there you go.
You
all
could
coming
win
up.
a Haster Games gift certificate for that. But what do I get?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. If you lose, you got to give Gina a prize. So make it good.
So be ready to call in at 7 to play that. Let's see, snowbird.com.
Yeah, that's where you want to go to check out. What you get the best deal on an all-day activity pass if you go to snowbird.com.
That's where you can do everything. Book your stay and play package. And they have a list there of the free family flicks that are out on the plaza. And I'm very excited this week.
Don't say it because they want people to go.
People love Grease, Bill. The free movie is Grease.
Yeah, and then there's a free concert on Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. And the activities at Snowbird are terrific. They have the mountain coaster. The aerial tram is always just really nice. And and then the alpine slide and the vertical, all that stuff is really fun. If you do the stay and play package, $116 per person per night at Snowbird. That's lodging. You get breakfast with that and unlimited use of the summer activities. That's the best deal ever. So if you want to know more, visit snowbird.com.
96.
All right, 6:35 right now. Geek news coming up, also Beat Gina. But right now it's time for Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by.
At Snowbird, there's no off-season with tram rides, hiking, activities at the base. Plenty of ways to take summer head-on. Plan your escape at snowbird.com.
Well, I'm going to begin the news with this story about Rod Stewart because I like the way this is written in the Daily Mail. It's Rod Stewart, and he's he's a legend, a singer, and a great performer. So he's on vacation with his wife in Portofino, and so they've got a photographer, some distance away, taking pictures of them on their hotel balcony.
Okay.
Right? Rod Stewart took a moment to hang out his tiny briefs to dry while on a balcony in Portofino on Thursday. The shirtless rocker, 74, stepped out to make the most of the sunshine as he draped his silk undergarments across the railings. His wife, Penny, 48,
Young Turks,
could be seen in the background looking stunning in her white dressing gown while sipping a cup of tea. Now it gets even better. Stewart, worshiping the sun and working on his golden tan.
I want to see this.
No, you don't. You really don't.
You don't. It's. Well, I mean, you look at the daily. He whipped off his robe to show off his golden body.
His 74-year-old golden.
Rod was very careful with his undergarments to make sure that they didn't fall off the balcony and land on an unsuspecting passerby.
Wouldn't want to do that to
He
anybody.
wants underwear thrown at him. He doesn't
Sun
want...
worshiper Rod rubbed his hands together with glee as he topped up that tan. Penny
Some
later
guys
emerged.
have all the luck.
Penny later emerged wearing a striped T-shirt and denim shorts. It just goes on and on like that. It's so funny.
Forever young.
And that's you see, he's had some great songs, hasn't he?
I love you, yes I do. This old heart.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
not one of my favorites.
Hot legs.
Hot
I love
legs.
hot legs.
All right.
Not passion. It's it's like passion though. It's
It's one word, yes. It's the word that he repeats over and over
I
in the song.
know. Infatuation.
There you go. Okay.
Nice.
Maggie.
Maggie.
Maggie May.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, it's
Now you missed me up, Bill. It's
nothing to do.
see, he's doing what I
Guitar.
would do.
It's my old guitar. And
No.
No.
It's
oh, what is it?
You wear it well.
Yeah.
You wear it well.
And now,
Oh, do you think I'm sexy?
of course, it's easy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There's Maggie May.
That's right.
That's it.
Okay, here you go.
Oh. What's that?
Huh?
What is that?
You know,
I've heard it, but
you
I
know
don't know.
this one.
What is that?
Let it get started. You'll know it as soon as he starts. Here.
Oh, tonight's the night.
There you go. Yeah. See.
I didn't know it started like that.
Yeah, that's the way it starts.
Well, thank you, Bailey. You're in my heart.
There you
You're
go.
in my heart.
He's got a terrible voice, but it's a compelling voice.
Thank you, Bailey, for
Anyway.
finding the naked Rod Stewart picture.
There he is hanging out his tiny garments.
Carefully.
So they don't fall on an unsuspecting. X96.com/live. All right, let's move along, shall we?
All right.
The fire's still burning, I believe, down in the Provo area. It's called the Alaska Fire, burning on an estimated, at least as of this writing, last night or yesterday afternoon, 450 acres in Provo. Investigators believe the blaze was human-caused. The Alaska Fire broke out on Tuesday night near Slate Canyon Drive in Provo. Most recent estimate puts the size of the fire 450 acres, 10% containment. So it's, I think, still going. Jim DeBacchus, according to a poll, is the front runner in the mayoral race here in Salt Lake City. New poll released by the Salt Lake Chamber shows State Senator Jim DeBacchus as the front runner. DeBacchus himself says his internal polls are showing different numbers, indicating a much tighter race than the Chambers poll does. And one candidate, David Garbett, called the Chamber of Commerce poll a piece of crap, as he put it, because of its small sample size and wide margin of error. It shows Jim DeBacchus in the lead, followed by Luz Escamilla, Aaron Mendenhall, David Ibarra, David Garbett, Stan Penfold, and Don't Know at 25%.
Lots of don't know.
Yeah.
Why didn't Garbett just call it fake news and get it over
Yeah,
with?
I don't know.
So you need to. There's a primary ballot you got in the mail,
Yeah.
which you should send in
Yeah.
because that will narrow it.
Two people
down.
will come out on the 13th of.
You guys get 'em?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox is leading other Republican contenders in a poll also, including former Governor John Huntsman Jr., who it is rumored is going to come back to Utah and run for governor. But in this poll, it's good news for us, said Cox's campaign manager, Austin Cox. I think Utahns are generally really excited about the Lieutenant Governor's candidacy. They see him working hard for us. The poll put him just slightly ahead of Huntsman, who is, was the governor, but he left the job to go be an ambassador. He's now the U.S. ambassador to Russia. It was 33% for Cox, 32% for Huntsman, followed by Speaker Greg Hughes with 5%. So, and other political news. We knew it would happen. Former KSL News Radio talk show host Jay McFarland has announced he's going to run for the 4th Congressional District against Ben McAdams. Have you heard of AOC? McFarland asked in a recent interview, referring to the outspoken freshman Democrat Congresswoman from New York, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Does that mean he sees himself as a Republican answer to Ocasio-Cortez? Well, if you want to phrase it that way, McFarland said. He later described himself in some ways as a reformer, ready to take a cause and a party hurt by Republican President Donald Trump. I may be completely naive, but the power of one is still alive and well, he said, especially for somebody with a voice who doesn't shy away from media, who doesn't only speak when there's some political advantage.
He's a radio guy.
Yeah.
I'm voting McAdams.
Yeah. And
Never vote for the radio.
Never vote
guy.
for a radio guy. Look at Mike Pence. Ugh.
yeah, Joe Biden flubbed his lines badly in the debate last night.
He was a mess.
I got audio of that here.
He was
Yeah,
just,
he
he
meant to give his web address to asking voters to go to his website. You have it there?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've said it many times, and I think everyone agrees with this. We're in a battle for the soul of America. This is the most consequential election any one of you, no matter how old or young you are, has ever participated in. 4 more years of Donald Trump will go down as an aberration.
Well, he's
Hard to
right.
overcome the damage he's done, but we can overcome it. 8 more years of Donald Trump will change America in a fundamental way.
Yeah.
The America we know will no longer exist. Everybody knows who Donald Trump is. We have to let him know who we are.
Okay.
We choose science over fiction. We choose hope over fear. We choose unity over division. And we choose the idea that we can, as Americans, when we act together, do anything. This is the United States of America. When we've acted together, we have never been unable to overcome whatever the problem was. If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. Thank you very much.
See, he was supposed to give, that's a code.
It says here, the granddad moment, this is the
Yeah.
Daily Mail,
Yeah.
came in his closing remarks when he did that. It's probably
It's a short code.
Short code for
Yeah.
Should have said text.
Yeah.
Text the word Joe, too.
too.
But he was thinking he was giving a
Web
website.
address.
Yeah.
He was a little confused there. You should text the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think that's about it. How are we for time?
You're good for one more.
So I'll do this story. It was a tragedy. He was one of a kind. He will be missed. A giant on Broadway. Hal Prince, the Broadway royal and prodigious Tony winner, who produced, directed, and sometimes both most of the enduring musicals in theater history, West Side Story, Fiddler on the Roof, Cabaret, Sweeney Todd, The Phantom of the Opera. He died on Wednesday in Reykjavik, Iceland. He was 91. I don't know why he was in Iceland, but that's, yeah.
Well, why not?
But yeah.
Don't you want to die in Iceland?
I wouldn't mind. I've always wanted to go to Reykjavik, maybe just to die. I don't know.
There you go.
But Hal Prince was, an incredible talent, really, and an unstoppable force of nature when it came to Broadway musicals in particular. He started working in the theater back when Cole Porter and Rodgers and Hammerstein were writing the songwriting kings, and started back then. And 91 years old, Hal Prince.
Sports, weather, traffic.
Brought to you by, when it comes to mortgage lending, call Rick at Vintage Lending. Where else are you going to go? 16 years experience. Call Rick, 801-809-SAVE or loansbyrick.com. Well, my good friend Nick Raimondo, he was at the 2019 MLS All-Star Game yesterday. It was his 6th appearance, and it'll be his last one because he's retiring this year in his 20th professional season, and they lost. But still, way to go, Nick, for making it one more time to the MLS All-Star Game. That's sports. Weather, it's a little cooler after that rain came through yesterday. Well, have a slight chance of some more of that today, and cooler, 92 for a high.
All right.
Traffic, let me refresh this UDOT website and see if anything new has come up. Looks like a tiny bit of slowage northbound I-15 through Sandy, but no accident associated with it, and no accidents being reported anywhere right now. If you see something you want to report to other friends of the program, you can text it to us, 33986.
All right. Thank you very much. Is this sponsored?
Cabin fever, Carrie. It's back to school time. Packing up for summer, getting back to school for another year of wisdom, education, weekends with friends. How's that college rental working out for you? Switch it up this year with the help of Cabin Fever, located in Trolley Square in Salt Lake City.
All right. Got a couple of things here. The first thing I have for you is, okay, I've got this idea for a movie. Groups of people are kidnapped and taken to an island, and they're hunted for sport.
Okay.
Now, you'd say that's pretty outrageous. Yeah. It's been done, right?
Yeah.
But, the past 2.5, 3 years made me re-examine that.
It might be time again.
And this is a movie that's like flying under the radar, but it's got some pretty interesting names in it. So it's called The Hunt.
Hey there. Help you?
It's the trailer.
What state is this?
Sorry.
You don't understand the question?
Oh, no, I didn't. Most people know where they are.
Why ain't most people?
You're in the glorious state of Arkansas, sweetheart.
And she just kills the both of them.
How'd you know they was lying?
Well, this ain't Arkansas, so everyone is lying.
So it's
who's in it?
Well, that's the thing.
They can't argue with that. We pay for everything.
The star is Betty Gilpin from Glow.
Hunting human beings for sport.
They're not human beings.
But the villain is Hilary Swank.
What?
Yeah.
Every year, a bunch of elites kidnap normal folk like us. Where'd they get you from?
Wyoming. Mississippi.
Orlando.
And hunt us for sport.
So these aren't like criminals.
Well, we don't know what their connection is.
Oh.
It's true. We're being hunted.
But it's from Blumhouse, and they're pretty good at
Put them in the back with the rest.
horror movies. But it looks really interesting. It's Craig Zobel is the guy. He's directing it. It's co-written by Damon Lindelof.
You just told them we're here.
What was that?
I think that was a rifle.
But it's also
It looks
got
pretty cool. I'm watching it right
Ike
now.
Barinholtz is in it, and Emma Roberts is in it as well.
Who are these people?
So it's got a pretty good cast.
Yeah. You have no idea what you're up against.
And it looks like violent fun.
They'll tear you to pieces.
Because usually
We'll
when Usually when this premise is out, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
they're criminals anyway, so it's okay if we hunt them.
Yeah, we don't know what connects them.
You're crazy.
But we are going to get a fight between Hilary Swank and Betty Gilpin.
Well, they're trained.
Well, that'll be good.
and that-
That's true.
A boxer and a wrestler.
That's true. She was a boxer. I forgot about that. All right. But anyway, that's your assignment for today. Go and see the trailer for The Hunt, because I know you don't work at work. You just do that at work. Well, with this Picard series coming along that everybody is very excited about, they're doing all kinds of promotions for it. And it's, I think it just barely wrapped shooting, which means that the special effects aren't even done. It's not coming for a while, but they're already starting to promote it. The premise, of course, Picard sees Jean-Luc Picard retire from Starfleet and attempt to follow in his brother's footsteps, overseeing the family's winemaking business. So what are the odds? Yes.
They call him back.
No, we got Picard Vineyard wine.
Like there's actual wine you can get?
There is wine. It's a 2016 wine, an 85% Cabernet Sauvignon, 15% Merlot blend, which means...
See, I'm always suspicious of these novelty wines because I think they just get crap wine and slap a label on it, and
so
it's not...
So there's a wine in the liquor stores. Is it Clint Walker? Clint Walker wine.
It's, the guy who played...
the Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Is it, anyways.
No, I know who you're thinking of.
It's not Clint Walker.
No, it's Daniel Boone. Who played Daniel Boone?
Fess Parker.
Fess Parker.
It's Fess Parker wine.
Yeah.
Why?
And now he's long dead.
Yeah, why?
But that is his winery.
So he did own a winery.
He owned a winery.
And apparently the wine is, because I thought, oh, this is some kind of joke.
Yeah.
But somebody said, no, it's actually pretty good wine.
Oh, it is. I've had the red. It's not bad. But there's so you can. Well, we're here in Utah. I doubt you'll be able to get it here. There is actually a winery in France called Chateau Picard in Saint-Estèphe. They've been making wine in Bordeaux long before the fictional Picard showed up.
What kind of wine have they been making in Bordeaux?
Jeez.
What kind
So wait, have they taken that and said or rebranded it?
It's now it's
so
teamed
it's
up.
been around a long time.
It's teamed up with CBS and a group called Wines That Rock.
But it comes in a little spaceship bottle, rocket ship bottle.
Yeah. So speaking of Star Trek, and this is important to me and probably one other person, Star Trek: The Motion Picture returning to theaters this fall for its 40th anniversary. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. It'll be here on the 15th and 18th of September. Now, it's like I said, it's for me and maybe 3 other people.
Yeah. Now, is it the?
It's the first
one, but I'm trying to remember. Is it with the bald-headed?
With
what's her name?
Persis Kambata.
Persis Kambata is the actress. Yeah.
Yeah, and not with Kirstie Alley.
No, that's the next one.
That's the next one. Kirstie Alley replaced Persis Kambata.
Well, Persis Kambata at the end, she joins with Stephen, what's his name, and they become a being. It's
yeah.
Thanks, Beeger.
It was important to me. Everyone complains about, oh my God, do we have to look at the ship again? Yes, we do. It was beautiful.
It was a little much. That I think it's the opening where it's just this 5 minutes, or it seems like longer.
I needed every second of it.
Well, they did it on purpose.
They did it for me. Yeah. I was sitting there just
looking at the ship.
Every inch of it. And that's pre-CG, kids.
Yep.
That's all models.
Yeah.
Let's see. It Chapter 2 is going to be long.
Is that real? I thought that was an internet joke.
No, it's the theatrical cut clocking in at 2 hours and 45 minutes.
And it's apparently going to be a movie that people should not really see.
What is that?
Because it's so disturbing.
Oh.
They say it's very bloody. It's going to be very scary. They said that they had the original cut was much longer. They had to cut what they said is a lot of great stuff, but they said they're going to put it on the Blu-ray extras. So they said they cut 30 to 45 minutes of stuff they didn't want to cut. And finally, this. I know you've been begging for a Tom and Jerry movie. I know
have.
you have. You've been begging for it.
I have.
I have not.
I mentioned that just a couple of months ago.
You said to yourself, I haven't seen Tom and Jerry on the big screen since...
Ever.
Well, let's see. It was...
People don't even know who we're talking
1993, the cat and mouse duo.
It's Itchy and Scratchy.
Itchy and Scratchy. Yeah. They've added more to the cast, the live-action part of it. You're getting Ken Jeong and Rob Delaney in there as well. So they've added to the cast along with Colin Jost.
You should go online and look up Gene Kelly and Jerry the Mouse doing a soft shoe tap dance together.
Well, there you go.
Delays on westbound I-80 leaving Jeremy Ranch over the summit of Parley's Canyon. Only one left lane open. This is due to road construction, and haven't seen any accidents to report, which is good news. Let me check our message stream, see if friends of the program have sent in anything via text at 33986. Nope.
All right.
Looks good.
Thank you very much. Time to play Beat Gina. Time to line up to play the game. 877-602-9696. We've got Jason Momoa trivia, and I think that Gina's going to lose today.
What?
I'm looking at the questions, and I just think she's going to lose.
You mean somebody's going to go home with the Haster Games gift certificate?
Indeed.
What am I going to go home with, though?
That's the question.
If you win.
So you've got to give her a prize if she beats you. 877-602-9696. Line up to beat Gina.
Every weekday afternoon, join me.
Hang on. Ran Life.
About mortgage rates. Now,
Yes.
it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the mortgages. The Fed did lower rates 0.25% yesterday, 0.25%. That doesn't seem like much, but it can mean a lot of money. So Ran Life can tell you all about what that will do to mortgage rates, whether it's worth refinancing or maybe it's time to get that mortgage when the interest rates are low. Rates have been dropping for the last several months or years, actually. 3 years in a row, the rates of mortgage rates have dropped. That with rising equity value in homes, it's really a good time to sell your house or refinance a house or buy a house. So Ran Life knows all about that, all the ins and outs. Give them a call, 801-478-4500. That's 478-4500. You can find out all kinds of information from their website as well, including current interest rates and mortgage rates. So go to their website, which is ranlife.com.
Every week.
So if that happens, hey, ask for a selfie with them.
We still have a line open, 877-602-9696. If you'd like to play Beat Gina, 877-602-9696.
And now it is time to play the game that everyone wants to play, Beat Gina. And one lucky contestant playing Beat Gina today may win a gift certificate to Haster Games. Haster Games in Midvale has the best selection of board games, magic, and Dungeons and Dragons, and Haster also buys used games. Haster Games, 6831 South State, HasterGames.com. And now, here he is, the man with a game show plan. He's the man with power, the power of the host-like ability. You can feel his charm and his gleaming smile beaming right through your airwaves. So go now, put one hand on the radio and raise one hand to the heavens as we welcome Kerry Jax Boy Jackson.
Wow. Thank you, Johnny.
Welcome, Kerry.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, Johnny's good for your ego, isn't he?
I think Johnny has a crush on me.
I think he does.
I think that's what's going on.
Oh, Kerry, you don't have to think that. It's true. Absolutely true.
Okay, we've got a contestant on the line, and it is Zach. Hi, Zach. How are you? Zach, are you there?
Yeah, are you there?
Oh, no,
Oh, Zach.
Zach's phone is bad.
Zach, your phone just keeps cutting out.
Try one more. There
Hello?
you are. Okay,
don't
move.
Don't move, Zach. All right, we've got you on the line, and the prize that you're offering Gina, if she beats you, is a puppy play date with a Great Dane.
Oh!
Yep.
Well.
All right, there you go. That's
Yeah.
fine, Zach. All right, we'll toss a coin to see who goes first. It does give you an advantage in the game, so heads or tails, Zach?
Head.
All right, coin toss app says tails. Oh, all right, Gina goes first. All right, this is Jason Momoa trivia.
Who?
Oh, Bill, please.
Or who?
Johnny.
Exactly. Aquaman.
Who?
What are we doing?
It's a Jason Momoa trivia.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Gina gets the chance to get the question first and answer it on her own. If she gets it wrong, Zach, you get a chance to steal the point away, and then we'll do the same thing with your question next, and back and forth until somebody gets 3 points. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Jason Momoa's birthday is why we're doing
Yes.
it today. Gina, what is Aquaman's real name?
Oh,
I told
this
you.
is Aquaman trivia.
Well, it's part of it.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay.
What is Aquaman's real name? Is it A, Poseidon, B, Mira, C, Arthur Curry, or D, Bruce Wayne?
It's Arthur.
Oh, there you go.
Well, 1 point for Gina. Zach controls the question.
Zach,
Yes.
what supervillain is Aquaman's half-brother? Is it A, Dr. Vulko, B, Ocean Master, C, Black Manta, or D, he doesn't have a half-brother?
C?
Black Manta?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Gina with a chance
dang
to
it.
steal.
He doesn't have a half?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Ocean Master is his
That
half-brother.
sounded made up. Ocean
Yes.
Master?
That's
That's
the-
a terrible name.
I know, it's DC Comics. I'm a Marvel guy. That's what, you know.
Black Manta sounded good
I
to
thought
me.
so too.
He's a great villain. A great villain. He is. He's got a great costume, too. All right, so let's see. So none of you got that right, so we're back to Gina, right?
Yes.
All right. What was Jason Momoa promoting when he shaved his beard in April of 2019? Was it A, conservation of orangutans, B, a study that men's beards can have more germs than dogs' fur, C, to promote another Aquaman movie, or D, he advocated drinking water from recyclable aluminum cans?
D.
That is correct.
That's 1 point, 2 points now for Gina. Zach controls the question.
Zach,
Yes.
what was the name of Aquaman's pet walrus?
He had a pet walrus.
Remember again, this is DC.
DC Comics. So,
Oh, no.
All right. Was it A, Mogo, B, walrus, C, tusky, or D, tiki?
Let's go with A.
I'll give you a
Okay,
hint.
go.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Remember, we're talking about DC Comics, okay?
It's probably the stupidest name.
Oh, true. Let's do, was it C that was Tusky?
That is correct. trying to give
The stupidest name.
Zach a little help there.
Thank you. I'm a Marvel guy too, so I don't know.
It's 2-1, Gina's favor, and Gina controls the question with a chance to win.
I don't want DC fans to think that I'm just going to dump on DC, but because Marvel has a cadre of just bad villains
But
as well.
sometimes they ask for it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Now I know you'll get this one right, so I think I'll give you another one.
Okay.
All right. Gina, what other superhero made his/her first appearance in the same comic book as Aquaman? Is it A, Green Arrow, B, Wonder Woman, C, Flash, or D, Kermit the Frog?
Flash.
Incorrect. Zach?
Chance to tie, Zach.
A, Green Arrow? Tying it up.
Uh-oh.
Ties up the game, and Zach now has a chance to win because he controls the question.
So you're going to give Zach the easy question?
Well, I don't know. Zach may not know this.
Okay.
I know you know.
Okay.
Let's see. Here you go, Zach. How did Jason Momoa get his iconic eyebrow scar? Was it A, he had a mountain biking accident? B, he was slashed in the face with a broken beer glass? C, he never had stitches and reconstructive surgery? D, he was hit in the face with a hockey puck?
Ooh, let's go with D.
A hockey puck?
Hockey puck? Incorrect,
Yeah.
Gina.
Oh.
It's a mountain biking accident?
Oh, my God.
No? I don't know. How.
Beer glass.
Probably the beer bottle.
Beer glass, yeah.
That's right. Hockey puck was a pretty good guess because I believe, isn't he Canadian?
No. Jason Momoa?
Well, he did that bounty show.
That bounty show?
Yeah, but they're in the
All right.
Northwest.
All right, whose question is it?
It's mine.
It's Gina's question, a
Gina's
chance
question.
to win.
A chance to finish the game?
I hope so.
All right, where was Jason Momoa born, Gina? A, Frankfurt, Germany. B, Austin, Texas. C, Honolulu, Hawaii. D, Los Angeles, California.
See, you want to say Hawaii, but I don't know. I'll say Hawaii.
Because
he's a DC person.
Because
I thought it was a trick question.
Because I wanted to end the game is why you got that question. I admit, Zach, I stacked the deck against you.
But, Zach, you seem like a very nice
okay.
person. Are you, Zach, in fact, a very nice person?
Of course he is.
Of course he is.
I'd like to think so.
Okay, I'm going to, even though I beat you, I'm going to go ahead and give you the Haster Games gift certificate.
Thank you.
All right. Hang on the line and we'll get your information. Congratulations.
Don't tell anybody, because word gets out that I just gave it away when you lost.
I know, right?
We'll be overrun with contestants.
Yeah, Gina doesn't just give it away. You got to earn it. All right.
Let's see. Delays at westbound I-80 leaving Jeremy Ranch over the summit of Parley's Canyon. Only one left lane is open. That's due to construction, not an accident. And speaking of not an accident, I see not an accident anywhere along the Wasatch Front. A little bit of slowage northbound I-15 through Draper and Sandy. But no accidents to report, and friends of the program haven't sent any in either. But if you see something, you want to share it, 33986.
All right.
Let's see, we've got Boehner's round one coming up. And Katie.
Oh, she's getting information.
I want to change the order of these Boehner candidates, and so we'll have to go back online and change the order. Here is what they will be. Boehner candidate number 1, endorsed by the best. Boehner candidate number 2, another Chihuahua kidnapping.
Oh.
Chihuahua kidnapping. And number 3, it was a big game kill.
All right, Boehner's round one, big boy news coming up after these. Diamonds Direct.
Ah, yes, Diamonds Direct. It is, what a great place for
I was going to say, they come to town and they are shaking up and scaring all of the other diamond retailers.
Well, it's because they do it all right. Mm-hmm. They have a large inventory. With that large inventory, they can keep the prices down as well as give you a lot of different diamonds to choose from.
Diamonds Direct wants you to know an important fact about diamonds. You need to know the 4 C's: the cut, the color, the carat weight and the
clarity
of the diamond. It is a properly cut diamond. Diamonds Direct will show you exactly. They have examples of badly cut diamonds. They can put them up against the kinds of diamonds they sell at Diamonds Direct. They really flash, they sparkle and bling, reflect light from clear across the room. Diamonds Direct, they were born into a family. They were born in a family of diamond cutters years ago. They know their stuff, and they take a lot of pride in offering the best diamonds and, of course, fine jewelry of all kinds at Diamonds Direct. Really great place to go. Superior quality, lowest prices. Diamonds Direct, 6400 South, across from Fashion Place Mall.
X90. 9696. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
All right, remember that info. You're going to need it to vote for round one of your boners. Presenting to you now 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. Boner, of course, meaning mistake. So it won't be boner of the day if it wins here. It becomes the champion of round one. And then we'll do this again at 8:20. 3 more candidates. We'll get a champion there. We'll take both of those winners and put them both into the Boner Dome at 9:20 this morning. That's when Boner Fight happens, and you decide boner of the day at that time. Right now, you're picking the champion for round round one, so choose wisely. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you will vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive
tickets to Utah Presents 2019-2020 season.
Boner candidate number 1 is endorsed by the best. I'm bringing this one back from yesterday because it has a little more development to it. Mario Lopez has come under fire for his controversial comments about raising transgender children. Lopez appeared on Candace Owens' podcast in June and suggested that it was dangerous for parents of transgender children to support their offspring's transition. The father of 2 issued an apology on Wednesday, calling his words ignorant and insensitive and saying, "I now have a deeper understanding of how hurtful they were." Many have come out and said, though, that they don't believe that Mario Lopez had anything to apologize for. Endorsed by the best. Yes, he's been endorsed by Donald Trump Jr. I literally can't see anything wrong with what Mario Lopez said here that would cause the outrage mob to try to destroy him. Don Jr. wrote on Twitter, he was as reasonable and accepting as anyone could be. But because he may have had doubts about letting a 3-year-old make a permanent decision, he's killed? Yes. Don Jr., Boner candidate number 1, endorsed by the best.
All right.
Boner candidate number 2, it's another Chihuahua napping. A woman is accused of stealing a dog from a man who collapsed having a seizure in a Colorado convenience store. The 59-year-old victim, who had been feeling ill, walked his Chihuahua to the 7-Eleven in Longmont on Tuesday. Police said the man suffered a seizure while at the store and was taken to an area hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Surveillance video from the store shows the unidentified woman leading the man's dog from the scene while officers and firefighters responded. Police said the family doesn't know the woman and officials have not been contacted regarding the dog. Police are asking for the dog to be returned. The dog said, "We lost not only a treasured family member, but we also are missing his companion," said the family. So you remember yesterday it was a Chihuahua that had been napped from a woman in West Valley City, a Chihuahua named Cha-Cha.
You know, there are plenty of Chihuahuas
available in rescues
for next to nothing.
I don't know.
They are overrun with animals.
This poor
and
guy
we're stealing animals from other people.
Collapsing on the floor of a convenience store, and somebody using this as an opportunity to steal his Chihuahua. The Chihuahua yesterday was named Cha-Cha. This one's Choo-Choo. So this one, I don't know what they didn't say what the name of this Chihuahua was. It's probably Cha-Cha. I think all Chihuahuas are named Cha-Cha one time or another. That's number 2, another Chihuahua napping. Coming up, another boner candidate, number 3. It was a big game kill.
All right, boner candidate number 3 for round 1. Coming up after this, big boy news and opinioendo, brought to you by
Health insurance should be personal with doctors you know and trust in your neighborhood. Quality care from award-winning hospitals and doctors. That's what you get from University of Utah Health Plans. Choose you.
I told you this week about the grasshopper swarms in Las Vegas. Well, people in St. George have reported stink bug swarms.
Wow.
I haven't heard of a stink bug in a long time.
Chad Chad Hanvey, who recorded a video showing thousands of stink bugs swarming his car at a gas station, said he was so overwhelmed that he refused to get out of the car and fill up his tank with gas. I didn't smell them, but I didn't roll down my window to see if they stink. I didn't want to find out, he said. I'm not scared of them. There were just too many. They were all over my truck, and I figured they'd be all over me if I got out of the car. Christopher Watson, an entomologist who works for the Utah State Department of Agriculture and Food, said he can't blame Hanvey for not wanting to get out of the car. Yeah, even to me, as a bug guy, it was too much, Watson said. You don't want a bunch of stink bugs in your home.
No.
Watson said he believes that the video shows a mix of green stink bugs, mosquitoes, and gnats, which he said are a lot less threatening to crops and compared to the Las Vegas grasshopper infestation. Grasshoppers, Mormon crickets, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints crickets.
Yeah, you have to call them that now, right?
Yeah. Rangeland pests, there's a concern for it, he said.
Look at that.
This is likely native insects.
X96.com/live, you can see a picture.
Green stink bugs.
It's a plague.
And that grasshopper swarm in Las Vegas, interesting, a pizzeria in Las Vegas has found a way to combat it. What they're putting crickets on a pizza. Las Vegas,
gathering them up from the parking lot and cooking them.
Las Vegas-based pizza spot Evil Pie has introduced a grasshopper-topped pizza called the Canyon Hopper. It's made with chorizo, goat cheese, caramelized onions, arugula, and grasshoppers.
I was great up until grasshoppers.
But these grasshoppers aren't just any grasshoppers. They've been roasted with garlic and lime, and so they're nice and crunchy. And so they said. So it started out as a joke, but
people order it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they eat it or if they just say, it'd be funny.
No, see, I've eaten grasshoppers done that way, roasted. If you didn't know what you were eating, if you didn't look at it because it's a grasshopper, you would go, "Hey, these are kind of crunchy and good. I don't wonder what they are." You wouldn't say, "Oh, that's a potato chip" or anything. It just tastes different, but it's good. It tastes really good. But it's when it's a grasshopper, and then you get like little legs stuck in your teeth and stuff.
Nope.
I mean, I did it, but it's hard to get around that. So let's see. The state of Utah is going to seek the death penalty against this monster down in Eureka. They said that they will seek the death penalty for the man charged with killing a young couple and dumping their bodies in an abandoned mine shaft. My decision to allow the death penalty to be considered in this case, said Utah County Attorney David Levitt. It was my decision. He said a jury will ultimately decide the fate of Jared William Baum, accused of slitting the throats of Riley Powell, who was 18, and Brylan Breezy Otteson, who was 17, and then dumping their bodies into the mine shaft. The teens' family members have called for the death penalty for 42-year-old Jared Baum. He lived in a tiny, I've never even heard of this town in central Utah, Mammoth, Utah. And this is, so 2 Davis County police departments are warning about a man who's apparently been exposing himself to kids at lemonade stands.
Little jerk.
Kids in one Kaysville neighborhood have love nothing more than setting up a lemonade stand, playing outside during the summer. Mr. Cheney, you're going to buy from us today? Well, you know I am, says their neighbor, of how he loves how the kids will come over to his house and that he gives them money and he buys lemonade from them. Neighbors enjoy seeing the kids go from door to door, announcing that their lemonade stand is open for business. And then
it's the most innocent of summer activities.
Yeah,
ruined.
One parent said they had a doorbell camera video. It showed a black Toyota pulling up at the lemonade stand. A man bought a cup of lemonade. One parent said he stayed in his car and her daughter walked up to the passenger side window with the lemonade. At that time, he spilled the juice on an area and told my daughter, "Can you go get a napkin?" And when my daughter looked down, he was exposed. And apparently this is happening in a couple of different Davis County towns. They're pretty sure it's the same person. Farmington police are looking.
Get him.
Yeah, get him. Get him. Throw him in jail forever. Let's see. Greatest healthcare system in the world here.
That's what I keep hearing.
Greatest healthcare system in the world, except for it's not. The United States has the worst maternal death rate.
No, maternal death rate? I thought it was infant mortality.
Well, it says maternal here, but that's what they mean. In the developed world. Giving birth is exceedingly... Oh, no, they mean maternal death rate.
They mean the mother.
Oh,
I thought it was infant mortality.
The U.S., it says, giving birth is exceedingly dangerous and it's even worse for black women. And black babies in the U.S. are still more than twice as likely to die in infancy as white babies. In 2017...
They don't get the same level of care.
Yeah. 22,341 American infants died before their first birthday, according to numbers released by the Centers for Disease Control, whereas less than 5 out of every 1,000 white infants perished, 11 out of every 1,000 black babies lost their lives.
Because black women are ignored. Like when they say they're in pain, that's not taken... or they're having problems, or they're worried about something. It's not taken as seriously.
A lot of it is lack of insurance as well.
So they're not going to the doctor in the first place.
It's both infant mortality and maternal death rate. U.S. Drops behind. We're the worst out of all the developed nations, and part of it is because those nations have what?
Universal health care?
Yeah. Medicare for all, essentially, is what they have. Told you that the sale of liquor in Utah is
huge.
Yeah, it's bigger than I think last year was a record-setting year. It's even bigger this year. And you want to know what the #1 best-selling hard liquor is in Utah?
I'm afraid it's Popov vodka.
No, it's Barton vodka.
Barton.
I've never even heard of Barton vodka.
They're the plastic
on the
bottle
very
on
bottom
the
shelf.
bottom shelf.
It's the cheap
stuff.
Well, that makes sense.
Followed by Patron Silver Tequila, then Jack Daniel's Black Label, then Smirnoff Vodka, then why is Jack Daniel's Black Label on there? Oh, different size. A handle of Jack Daniel's Black Label. That sells well. Jameson, Tito's Handmade Vodka, Crown Royal in 2 sizes, and then Jameson's in another size. But vodka. People like vodka. And
it's cheap and does the trick.
Cheap and effective.
And the best-selling wine is Vieux Clicquot Brut Yellow. Yellow label.
Don't know it.
And then Black Box Cabernet followed, So the box wine follows that as the best-selling wine.
You don't have sparkling wine down there, do you? Because I'll bet it's La Marca. Because they're always sold out.
It's not on here. I'm trying to see what the sparkling wine. There is sparkling wine.
Went for a whole month without any La Marca.
Carrie, are you okay?
Well, it's Sue's favorite, so I try to get it for her. I was at the liquor store yesterday. I bought a box of it just to make sure. Woman said, "Is it on sale?" I said, "No, but they're always selling out."
Oh, this is interesting. The top-selling beer in the liquor store. So not a grocery store, but a little liquor store. Squatter's Hop Rising Double IPA.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Followed by Ice House, Stella Artois, and then Pacifico. So there you go.
All right. Weather, traffic.
A little cooler today and a slight chance of some rain, but not nearly as much as we had yesterday. But it's nice, 92 for a high. Traffic, if you're headed to Salt Lake from Park City, the top of Parley's Canyon is down to 1 lane. They've got some construction going on there, so add an extra 10 to 15 minutes for your commute there. But other than that, things are moving very well. A little bit of slowage northbound I-15 coming through Sandy, but not due to an accident, just normal morning stuff. And nobody sent me anything via text, but if you see something you want to share with friends of the program, you can always text it to us, 33986.
All right, here we go with Boehner candidate number 3. It was a big game kill. That's what he said. He said it was a big game kill, something usually associated with the controversial and sometimes illegal sport of hunting large wildlife in Africa, lions, elephants, so forth. But the photos that Michael Garcia posted to Instagram were decidedly not big game. They were of a baby deer, a fawn that Mr. Garcia had allowed his dog to run down and kill in southern Colorado. Based on its size and markings, the fawn was no more than a month or two old, not old enough to be foraging on its own, but after the kill, Garcia skinned the baby deer and displayed the hide and bones for a photo, which he also posted on Instagram. It was that photo and its caption praising the kill that provoked the strongest reaction. A fawn being a big game, that's not big game, that is pathetic, said one commenter. The worst thing about it is that he dresses his fawn, skins it and flays it, and he brags about it. Colorado Parks and Wildlife have charged Mr. Garcia with allowing his dog to harass wildlife, the illegal taking of wildlife, and the illegal possession of wildlife. They're all misdemeanors, but there you go. Big game kill. He was, this guy's a hunting guide in Colorado. Boehner candidate number 3. It was a big game kill.
All right, let's review the first two and vote.
Boehner candidate number 1, endorsed by the best, Donald Trump Jr., praising Mario Lopez's comments, his rather misinformed comments on raising transgender children. Boehner candidate number 2, another Chihuahua kidnapping. A woman snatching a little Chihuahua dog from a guy who collapsed on the floor of a convenience store in Colorado and died, actually, later on, and she used that as an opportunity to steal the dog. And Boehner candidate number 3, it was a big game kill.
All right, here we go. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to Boehner fight and possibly become Boehner of the day. If it wins here, it goes up against the winner of round 2's voting. We do this again at 8:20 with 3 more candidates. And we take the winner of each round and pit them against each other. Boehner fight happens at 9:20, and that is when you will decide Boehner of the day. So right now you're picking the champion of round 1. Here we go. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that number, that single digit, in the message of a text, and then text it to 33986. Or you can call. We'll take your vote in the producer's booth, 877-602-9696. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boehner voting August 1st, 2019, and vote there. You've got less than 300 seconds, so let's go. This is round 1.
Start your work. X96.
All right, so it's time to award round one of your boners.
And it's brought to you in part by Vegetable Curry.
And Utah Presents 2019-2020 season. Single tickets on sale now. Buy before August 23rd. Pay no fees. Info and tickets at utahpresents.org.
Endorsed by the best was Boehner candidate number one. This is Mario Lopez. Comments on raising transgender children, which were wrong-headed at best and misinformed. And he's apologized for it, but he's got a good endorsement from Donald Trump Jr.
Wow.
I don't see any reason for him to... Mario, stand up for yourself. Yeah, that's Boehner number one. Number two, another Chihuahua napping. A woman being so cravenly opportunistic that when a poor guy with his little Chihuahua at a convenience store and the guy collapses on the floor of the store and dies, she steals the dog. And Boehner candidate number three, it was a big game kill. This guy bragging on Instagram that it was a big game kill. It was his dog who brought down a little fawn, probably a month old, and then the guy took pictures, put it on Instagram, skinned it, put it on Instagram. Yeah, it's nice. And who do you think the winner was?
It better be number three.
Yeah, it couldn't be beat.
Yeah, especially if you saw the pictures at x96.com/live. It's oof.
Oh, I didn't see those.
Yeah,
No.
I just saw the
I wished I hadn't. I glanced over and went, oh.
Yeah, it wasn't with the story I had. There was just a picture of a file photo of a fawn.
No, it was not that.
Bailey was able to find the actual photo, and it's just disturbing as hell. I think it tipped the voting a bit. Yeah. But there you go. That's the winner of round one. It now goes forward to Boehner fight. Might be Boehner of the day. Depends. We do this again. It's round two with three more candidates, and take them both and put them against each other in Boehner fight at 9:20. That's when you'll decide Boehner of the day.
You know, a lot of times we think there's only one religion in this entire state, entire town, and
there's more.
And then so things bubble up occasionally, and you realize, hey, wait, there are Catholics around.
There are,
and there's and it's a fairly, I mean, those who are really practicing or those who are involved in Catholic like schools and it's pretty tight community, isn't it?
Yeah. Catholics. So I had an experience a couple of months ago that I actually thought about talking on the air, and then I went,
Is this a Catholic
it's
experience?
It's a Catholic experience.
Okay.
But an article in the Tribune came out today, and I went, okay, now I want to talk about this.
Because it's out in the open.
Well, so a couple months ago, a family member had an event at St. James Church in Ogden. Now, it's a married couple, and
you talked about this, I think.
To you, I didn't mention it on the air.
Okay.
Because I was upset about it back then. Married couple, the husband was dying of cancer, and they thought it would be nice to have a marriage vow renewal ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of an excuse to get the family together before he passed away. And if I remember correctly, after the ceremony, it was only a week or two before he actually passed away. So I don't go to St. James Church very often, but went up there with the whole family. And the priest at St. James, Father Eric, never met him before, but was doing this ceremony. Now, this couple has been going to this church. They're devout Catholic. They've been going to this church for years and years and years.
Okay.
He knows them.
Yeah.
He knows why they're there. This man is dying.
Yeah.
And he gets up and gives this talk about how, well, we're here because this couple, they've been together 50 years. You know, that's pretty good, but it's not the best. It's not the best I've ever heard. I know couples that have been together 80 years.
This is the Reverend Eric Reichstadt.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know this man is dying?
Yeah.
And you say to he and his wife, well, that's pretty good, but I know people that have been married 80 years. I'm like,
well, he might as well just say, you're not going to make it to 80.
Yeah. And like they wanted they had sent out invitations and said this is going to be a full mass, and so he gets up and starts talking, and he's like, oh, you wanted a whole mass? And he seemed irritated, like, all right, I'll go get this. I guess I'll do a whole mass. So I was already irritated then. Then they had a reception at the little social hall there at the church, and my kids are there and other people's kids, And I will preface this by saying the Catholic Church has very specific views about abortion.
Sure.
And
they're against it.
And LGBTQ.
They're against it.
They're pretty clear on that. However, we walk in this social hall, and there are anti-abortion posters with pictures.
Oh.
There are models of fetuses, like laying out on a counter. And my daughter's like, what is going on? Very, very over. So I had this weird experience there with him.
Yeah.
Flash forward a couple of months, Father Eric is being relocated to St. Ambrose Church.
In this area.
Now, St. Ambrose Church is a pretty liberal church.
As Catholics go.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's a very diverse church, and it's attached to a school, and the school has several LGBTQ kids and parents, and the school has been great and supportive.
Well, that's all going to end when Father Eric gets there.
Well, so here's the thing. When I saw Father Eric was transferring,
because they had to get rid of their old priest because he was soliciting prostitutes.
Well, that's another thing.
That's true.
Catholics.
It's a whole other story, Bill.
I know.
But so I got curious, like I do, and went poking around. And it didn't take long for me to find Father Eric's Facebook page.
Oh boy, I'll bet that's good.
It's hideous. Anti-LGBTQ stuff, anti-woman stuff, photoshopped pictures of him holding assault rifles and things.
Wow.
It's and not just one or two.
What would Jesus do?
Yeah. Well, he had a horrible blog. He had, like for June, he said, "Oh, great, June. Now my feed looks like a gnome threw up on it with all the rainbow stuff."
Looks like a gnome vomited. It's quoted in this article in the Tribune. He promised he wouldn't accept a friend request from those with rainbow filters in their pictures. In other places online, he's liked or followed pages that include male feminists like you are pussies, and right-wing extremist, and Obama has to go.
This is not a hidden private Facebook page.
This
is Father Eric's
Facebook page.
He had a meme about suggesting a black U.S. senator who's advocated for reparations should perform oral sex on a man.
This is a man of God.
And so the parents of the kids that go to the school and are part of this parish are very concerned about him coming there.
I imagine they would be.
And they sent out a petition, and they met several times with the bishop. And the bishop is like, well, I've never had any problem with him, so
You're not on his enemies list.
Well, has the bishop looked at his Facebook page?
Yeah, he said, I didn't know this before. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. And I just went and looked at his Facebook page again. He's taken most of that down, but there's still disturbing crap on there. Like, you would think after all this, he might have said, all right, I'll take down my Facebook page. But this is a man who's going to have the audience of children every Friday for Friday Mass.
Oh, that's
and
right.
The parents are petrified because there are LGBTQ kids that are going to be sitting there.
He is not. Here's what the bishop says.
Okay.
He is not a person without faults, much more a saint, but one with weaknesses and failings like anyone else. This is in a letter he wrote to the parents of the school. Yet his mistakes do not outweigh his love, fidelity, and zeal for his priestly ministry. Get to know him. Give him a chance.
Zeal, huh?
Yeah.
That's an interesting word.
So give me the prostitution priest back.
Can we get him back? Is it too late?
He
if
wasn't.
I'm going to pick,
he wasn't.
I would rather.
He wasn't defrocked. He was sent to another ministry.
Yeah. I think if the Catholic Church wants to help repair its image that people have, and they want little Catholics to grow up and be adult Catholics and make more little Catholics.
I was going to say, this is going to drive away people.
If you read the article in the Tribune, it interviews parents who said, "I'm not going to let my kids be subjected to this."
They're taking their kids out of school,
yeah, which is terrible. It's a great school, and I don't know. It's just this has been bothering me for a couple of months, and now it's August 1st. He's supposed to start today. It's my every hope that he has had a change of conscience, and he's.
Don't count on it.
But
No.
I don't.
No.
Don't count on it.
I don't think so.
It's going to get bad.
By the way, we'll balance this out with a story about a former LDS bishop who abused children. Okay,
Well,
it's in the news.
No, that doesn't. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. Crash northbound I-15 approaching SR-92 in Lehigh. Cars are blocking the left lane and shoulder in the construction zone, and traffic is backing to Main Street. Also, crash westbound I-80 23rd East in Salt Lake. And crash westbound I-80 23rd East. Oh, I just read that one. Came up twice. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Coming up after these, Sean Means reviewing the movies that will open this weekend. Stand by for that. Snowbird.com.
Oh, that's where you want to go and cool off from the heat. It's a beautiful place to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Up in the mountains, up Little Cottonwood Canyon.
It's always like 10, 15 degrees cooler up there.
Evenings at Snowbird, I wear a jacket even in the summer.
Oh,
usually.
yeah.
It's lovely. There is no off season at Snowbird anymore. The ski season melds right into the summer season. They have the outdoor activities, which are just great fun. The alpine slide, the vertical drop, the aerial tram, the mountain coaster, which is my favorite. And if you want a discount on a pass for the activities at Snowbird, you can do that by going online and buy it at snowbird.com. You'll get the best pricing that way. The earlier you buy, the greater the discount, it says here. So if you want a weekend escape, try their stay and play package. It's $116 per person per night with breakfast and an all unlimited activities pass for every member who buys the package. So you can't beat that. For more, go to snowbird.com.
Utah's original alternative, X96.
I know we have a lot of movies, but we have a quick giveaway to do. X96 welcomes Mumford & Sons to USANA Amphitheater August 13th. Tickets are on sale now at SmithTix.com and SmithTix locations, or you could win them from us right now by texting this keyword to 33986. The keyword is October, October, October. Text it to 33986.
And now Sean Means, ladies and gentlemen. Sean is a culture writer and movie critic. You can find his writings in the Salt Lake Tribune, sltrib.com, and you can also find them at moviecricket.net.
All right.
Hi, Sean.
Hello.
Well, let's see. We go two categories, artsies and fartsies. We go from worst to first, but it looks like there's only one artsy opening.
Yep. It's a documentary called Toni Morrison.
What's that about?
The Pieces I Am is the title. That is about Toni Morrison, the Nobel laureate, Pulitzer-winning author.
She has a very interesting voice.
She's got a great voice. She's 88 and still as sharp as a tack, and the interviews with her in this are great. And she's as evidenced by all of her books and those awards. She's a great storyteller, and telling her own story is actually one of the best things.
Cool. So you gave it a great review.
It is really good because it's this great profile, and it's about the work. It's not, it doesn't get into the personal stuff. It's about the work and the way, she basically broke through the establishment, the white male gaze literary establishment to tell stories, from the perspective of African Americans and particularly female African Americans. Probably her best known book is Beloved. That's what won her the Pulitzer. It's the only one that's been made into a movie. Lot of her friends and supporters are interviewed here. Oprah is in here,
of course,
because she had 4 different Morrison books in Oprah's book club at different times. Sort of sneaking great literature into the American suburbanites. Oprah also starred in and produced the movie of Beloved. So,
that's right.
But seriously, Toni Morrison is her best advocate for herself, and she's the reason to watch this. So 3.5 stars.
All right,
3.5 for Toni Morrison. The Pieces I Am. Yes. Let's go to the fartsies, and really, there's only.
There's the one. There's a couple that didn't get screened. Couple sort of sneaking in.
Yeah,
there's this Christian golf drama called Round of Your Life.
No thanks.
A Christian golf drama.
It's only playing at the District. And then the other one is there's an animated movie from Italy called Leo da Vinci Mission Mona Lisa.
Wait a minute.
Which purports to show the young inventor Leonardo da Vinci having misadventures.
Okay.
Nobody's clamoring for this.
My wife looked at the trailer and said, "I want to kill everyone."
Okay, then.
All right. So let's go to Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, because you can't get enough ampersands in the title. This is an offshoot of the Fast and the Furious franchise. We don't have to listen to Vin Diesel going on and on about family.
Good.
This is just Dwayne Johnson. Badass super cop, and
okay, can I just stop there?
Yes,
he's too big now.
What do you mean, too famous?
Physically,
he's comically too big.
He's grown several inches.
Yes.
Oh, he's taller.
No, it's like his arms are the size of.
And you're taking all of Jason Statham's dialogue here, because that's pretty much.
Oh, did they talk about?
They mentioned this. Yes,
I knew Jason Statham and I would get along.
So he does it on purpose. He's done it on purpose.
Yeah. There's one point. There's one point when they give Jason Statham gives Dwayne Johnson a shirt and says, "It's in your size. Spray on."
Yeah. So he's bulked up for this movie.
Well, he's bulked up for every movie. Pretty much his life. It's his thing.
All right.
Jason Statham and as Deckard Shaw, the ex-spy assassin, who's supposed to be like actually reformed now, but I'm not buying it, and I still justice for Han. It still hasn't happened. They have to team up to save the world. You have a MI6 agent who is being accused of going rogue and stealing some super virus that's going to wipe out half of humanity. Turns out that she's actually being set up by the real villain, played by Idris Elba, who's like this super half cyborg sort of super soldier. The MI6 soldier, agent happens also to be Deckard's sister. So,
Okay.
played by Vanessa Kirby, who you would know from she played Princess Margaret in The Crown. She steals this movie. She owns this movie.
Oh, good.
She takes this movie over, and even getting over the fact that she and Jason Statham are supposed to be siblings who played together as kids. You look it up. There's a 21-year age gap.
Oh, well, okay.
One of those, yeah, because it's movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they have to fight Idris Elba in London, in Moscow, and in Samoa. They go back to Samoa, so Dwayne Johnson's gonna have his family moment.
His moments, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about family. It's always all about family. Even if Vin Diesel's not there to say it, it's always about family.
I mean, the trailer, it looks ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And is that the point?
That is the point. The action
Okay.
the action sequences are big and brassy, and there's car chases and things with cars and things with helicopters and so on. Directed by David Leitch, who did Deadpool 2 and Atomic Blonde. So the action, and more importantly, keep in mind he was the stunt guy. He was the stunt coordinator on John Wick.
Oh.
So you look at Atomic Blonde and John Wick and Deadpool 2. The action is always
Great.
Solid.
Yeah.
The comedy not so much, because you get too much. It's all Hobbs and Shaw trading insults at each other and one-liners.
No thanks.
And when that falls down, there are a couple of strategic comedy cameos. I'm not going to say who. That they come out and they're like, "Oh, that's funny," and then they just keep going on and on. It's like, okay, we've had enough of this. We can stop now. And then they come back later, and it's like, okay, we don't need this much of these people, especially for a 2-hour, 15-minute movie. So yeah, the comedy sort of wheezes around the action sequences,
Okay.
but good action. Vanessa Kirby rocks. Should be a star. She should have her own movies.
So that's where the hot half star comes in.
That's why you get 2.5.
Yeah,
2.5.
Yep.
For Fast and Furious Presents.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Now, stupid question. I've not seen any of the Fast and Furious movies. Is
Yes.
this going to be a problem?
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
I saw the first one, and that was enough.
The first, the thing is, you look at the first one,
It was a
and you look at
completely
it,
different-
and
it's
you
not
look at
the
where it is now.
same.
Because the first one was like street racing in L.A. and it
So
was
it's
like
nothing to
grounded
do
in
with
reality,
that.
and it was all gritty and of the streets.
It was stupid.
And then after a few of them, they're jumping cars between skyscrapers in Abu Dhabi, and you're like, come on.
Well, and they're talking about taking it to space.
Yeah, the next
So
one's
that's
going to
how-
be. The next one might be in space.
That's how crazy it's
So,
getting.
yeah.
It's just dumb.
All right. Dumb fun. So
Well,
let's
dumb.
let's run these down. Toni Morrison, The Pieces I Am, 3.5. Round of Your Life, not screened. Leo da Vinci, not screened. Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, 2.5 stars. Oh my goodness!
Looks like I'll go catch up on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, so will I.
Okay.
What
Next week?
boy.
Okay, the August clearance sale is starting.
I'll
There's
say,
a bunch of movies coming out.
Look
The
at
kid couldn't get quite the marketing push that a summer blockbuster can. The big ones: Dora and the Lost City of Gold, the teenage version of Dora the Explorer,
Live action.
live action. Yes. The Kitchen, which is this with Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Moss, and Tiffany Haddish. Gangster drama set in the 70s. And Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Guillermo
del Toro produced horror. So,
And the Peanut Butter Falcon also looks interesting.
What is that?
it's road movie with Shia LaBeouf and a Down syndrome guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Peanut Butter Falcon is his wrestling name.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're going to be a wrestler? What wrestling name do you want? He said Peanut Butter Falcon.
Okay.
Well, that's a dumb name.
All right. Thank you very much, Sean.
Sean Means, read his stuff, moviecricket.net or sltrib.com.
All right.
Crash eastbound 201 freeway at 72nd West. The left lane and shoulder are blocked and slowing in that area for that. Crash northbound I-15 approaching SR-92 in Lehigh. Cars are blocking the left lane and shoulder. 3 left lanes are blocked with emergency crews on the crash, and delays are getting worse. Traffic backing to Main Street. I thought I saw a friend of the program send that one in as well. Construction delays, I-80 westbound Parley Summit. Only 1 left lane open, causing delays leaving Jeremy Ranch. And if you see something you want to share, like our folks in Lehigh that sent in that traffic alert, You can text it to us, 33986.
All right, thank you very much. Round 2 coming up.
Here are the candidates. Boehner candidate number 1, a well-deserved kick to the crotch. Number 2, I'm just a happy gal. And number 3, Foxy Noxy, stranger than we knew.
All right, we got round 2 of your boners coming up. Stand by for that, along with Big Boy News and Opinioendo. ShamrockPlumbing.net.
I got a call into Shamrock Plumbing.
Oh,
You
what
have
now?
a plumbing issue?
Well, my mother-in-law does. And I found out that Shamrock Plumbing, they will come over and they will demo things and tear and remodel things like bathrooms and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, they'll do it all.
I thought maybe they just handled the plumbing end and other people would. No, I said no. We can take out the old tub and put in a new one and do a new shower back and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, we handle that stuff all the time. So just waiting to get an estimate from them. Shamrock Plumbing, they do big jobs and small jobs. If it's just a plumbing emergency. My mother-in-law also has a bad plumbing emergency as well. There's leaking water into her basement. So Shamrock Plumbing is who's going to take care of all of that because we trust them. They're great. They do a good job. And they're clean too. They leave things cleaner than they were before they came in. So if you want a good plumber, call Shamrock Plumbing, 801-295-1690, or go to shamrockplumbing.net.
877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
And you will need that information to vote for round 2 of your boners happening right now. Presenting, these are news stories. They're examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you'll decide with your votes. Of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst? Which one deserves to go forward to Boehner fight and possibly become Boehner of the Day? If it wins here, it's not Boehner of the Day yet. It'll have to defeat the winner of round 1's voting. Did that an hour ago, but we'll take both of the winners of each round, put them both against each other in the Boehner Dome. That's when Boehner fight happens, and you decide Boehner of the Day, 9:20 this morning. Right now, you're picking the champion for round 2. So choose wisely. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you will vote. And one of you lucky random Boehner voters will receive
I can't buy it, gotta win it. Radio from Hell Boehner t-shirt, courtesy of Excel Automotive Repair. Radio from Hell's official auto mechanics. Don't buy a lemon. Try Excel Automotive's $50 bumper-to-bumper used car checkover before you buy. Limit 2 cars per $50.
Boehner candidate number 1 is a well-deserved kick to the groin. There are warning signs everywhere on Assateague Island off of the coast of Maryland.
Okay.
Warning signs everywhere that say, don't try to approach or pet the Chincoteague ponies that live on this island.
They're wild.
They're wild horses. Mm-hmm. They have been there for decades. They've inhabited the island since the 17th century, more than decades, when they were first brought over by settlers and have existed undisturbed for centuries thanks to federal protections. The island is home to about 300 what's known as Chincoteague ponies, split between Virginia and Maryland, which share a border on the island. Part of it's in Maryland, part of it's in Virginia.
I was obsessed with Misty of Chincoteague when I was...
There's like a kid's book?
Oh, there's a whole series of books.
So are they like little ponies? Or?
They're smallish.
They're smallish, okay.
So there are warning signs everywhere, don't approach, don't pet. Well, this man in a Speedo, one of the Chincoteague ponies let this man know that he was not interested in being pet. And there is video of it. I don't think we have the video.
We have a still.
He's wearing a Speedo, so he's probably a German tourist. And the horse just kicks him right in the nuts.
Good.
Just lets him have it. He deserves it. Oh! Do not approach or pet the ponies. Boehner candidate number 1, a well-deserved kick to the crotch. Ow! There's Boehner candidate number 2. I'm just a happy gal. Go find her mugshot. It'll be at x96.com, or you can see it at x96.com/live.
Well, she looks like a happy gal.
Busted for leaving her infant in the car while she went and had shots of tequila or some other beverage at a Texas bar.
She should lose custody of her child.
Samantha Grace Vaughn, grinning and sporting a gash on her forehead at 2 a.m.
Yep.
Her arrest for child endangerment outside the Trackside nightclub in Copperas Cove. Authorities had been dispatched to the night spot when somebody called and said, there's a baby asleep in the back of this car, and the car's running, according to an arrest affidavit. And sure enough, police found her infant sleeping in a safety seat in the back of the unlocked Buick. Police found the child's mom, this woman, inside the bar. This is her mugshot. I'm just a happy gal. Boehner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, Boehner candidate number 3, Foxy Noxy is stranger than we knew.
All right. Boehner candidate number 3 for round 2, coming up after this big boy news and opinioendo. Brought to you by...
Have you been to Moochie's lately? They're cooking up something new for you. Besides their famous authentic Philly cheesesteak, try the new Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. Differently delicious.
Let's see. I think it's South Salt Lake police trying to locate a 12-year-old girl who's reported missing. Police were dispatched to the River Run condos, 3800 South Carlisle Lane, at approximately 12:45 a.m. on a missing child call. The grandmother told police that her granddaughter, 12-year-old Asaya Mister, A-S-I-A-H, Asaya Mister, left the apartment yesterday at 4 p.m. to meet an unknown female friend at the Maverick. Approximately 10 p.m., Asaya's 11-year-old brother contacted Asaya on social media and was told that she was on her way home. When she didn't return, the grandmother called police at 12:45 early this morning, and police immediately began an endangered missing child investigation. Police have canvassed the area near the River Run condos. No success in finding 12-year-old Asaya. So she's listed as missing. She's 12 years old, a black female, hair worn in a ponytail, about 5 feet tall, 90 pounds, just a little thing, wearing a lavender shirt, multicolored llamas and four squares, light blue jeans, gray fuzzy slippers. So if you want to see the picture of her, so if you can be on the alert, you can go to the South Salt Lake Police website, I believe. Okay? Let's see. Tragedy. He was one of a kind. He was an original, and he will be missed by the Bonaconte family. Nick Bonaconte, number 85.
The football.
Tenacious middle linebacker who won 2 Super Bowls in the 1970s with the Miami Dolphins, and in retirement turned his doggedness, it says here, to finding a cure for his son's paralysis. He died on Tuesday at his home in Bridgehampton, New York. He was 78. The son, Mark Bonaconte, the president of the Miami Project to Cure Paralysis, which his father helped found, announced the death of his father. He said his father had been in hospice care. In 2015, he showed signs of dementia, apparently. But he was a fabulous linebacker, football player, and he was on the, I believe it's the only NFL team to ever have a complete season with no losses.
I don't know that.
The Miami Dolphins. They are the only team to ever have, not a single loss in the season. The Patriots came close to doing it just in the last few years. I think they lost 1 or 2.
The 1972 Dolphins.
72, yeah.
Do the Dolphins still use that logo of the dolphin with a helmet on its head?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Classic logo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Senator Mitt Romney, watching the debate, the Democratic debate, the first one, touched off a Twitter fight with White House hopeful Bernie Sanders after musing about the Vermont senator's anger after the Democratic presidential debate. Asked why at Bernie Sanders is so angry. The answer is simple, Mitt Romney tweeted. 28 years in Congress and never able to pass even a scintilla of his socialist agenda. All hat and no cattle. That's what Romney tweeted. So Sanders took a jab back at Romney and President Trump in response. I'm angry because multimillionaires like you and Trump have rigged our economy at the middle class's expense. I'm angry because millions of are living paycheck to paycheck. I'm angry because 34 million Americans are uninsured. Why doesn't that anger you?
Good point.
Sanders tweeted.
Ha ha ha.
Romney tweeted,
more hot dog meat.
Nice try, but socialism isn't the answer. Hot dog meat is. If it was, maybe Bernie would have something to show for his 3 decades in Congress.
Stop calling it socialism.
Well, Bernie Sanders calls himself a socialist.
But it's the Republicans have turned that into a dirty word.
No, they haven't. It's a dirty word. It's been a dirty word in America for as long as you can.
They're emphasizing it,
but it's
because we already have several programs that are operating in that way.
What do you think the police department is?
Or the fire department?
The roads department?
Or the airline?
Public education?
Or the military? All we're talking about is adding another one to that list of things that we already
We're going further down the road of socialism, Gina. You don't want that.
Well, ask the people of, let's see, Denmark. Where do we start? Ask them how they feel about.
Do it.
A 3-year-old boy in China. This was really bizarre footage. He is hanging by his fingers from a balcony 6 stories up.
Ooh, how old?
3.
Oh.
So he slips. He falls, miraculously saved by people on the ground who had blankets. and caught him in the blankets. He was dangling off the balcony in the city of Chongqing in southwest China on Monday, desperately struggling to climb back up, but he couldn't hold on anymore and fell. Moments before he fell, a pack of bystanders on the ground rushed to the spot below him with an outstretched blanket. They safely caught the boy with the blanket after he fell 6 stories. You know, we had that, I hadn't seen it, so I retweeted it when I saw it finally, the picture of that young girl in Yellowstone getting tossed by a bison.
Yeah.
They're too close to the animals.
Quit messing with wildlife.
And they tell you don't get too close to the bison because they can move faster than they look.
And they're huge.
And this bison decides he's pissed and he runs at this girl and tosses her in the air.
Oh yeah.
She's 11. She was uninjured miraculously.
Really?
Wow. Now another person in Yellowstone. No, it was in North Dakota's Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Got gored. A 17-year-old boy got gored by a buffalo. He was walking along a trail. A herd of bison was nearby. 2 bull bison had been fighting moments prior and were either on the side of the trail when the visitor walked between them. One bull charged from behind, striking them in the back, and then his horn went through the kid's thigh. And he'll be all right, but man, scary. They're scary. We used to go snowmobiling in the winter in Yellowstone, and sometimes those bison would be just right in the middle of the road.
Yep.
Right there in the middle of the road. You'd have to stop and
you gotta respect them.
And just wait until they decided to move.
That's their house.
Because
you're visiting their house.
And they would just stare at you, like, what are you doing here? President Trump said Wednesday he would order the Navy to rescind medals given to military lawyers who prosecuted a former Navy SEAL that the president supported during his court-martial on murder charges. The prosecutors who lost the case against SEAL Eddie Gallagher, who I released from solitary confinement so he could fight his case properly, were ridiculously given a Navy Achievement Medal, Trump wrote on Twitter. I have directed the Secretary of the Navy, Richard Spencer, and Chief of Naval Operations, John Richardson, to immediately withdraw and rescind those awards. I'm happy for Eddie Gallagher and his family. Gallagher had been charged with murdering an ISIS prisoner.
Yeah.
He was acquitted, but the military prosecutors were doing their jobs. Yeah. I don't think they received a medal of achievement for losing the case. I think that probably their body of work is what they received it for. And I don't know why President Trump feels that he has to do everything.
And I know nothing.
Well, because he's president and you're not, Bill. That's
Hamza bin Laden, son of Osama bin Laden, is dead. Now, he was continuing with his father's terrorist work.
Family business.
Yeah. And nobody has said too much about it, but there are reports that the United States had something to do with but nobody's copping to it. But he was killed sometime during the first 2 years of the Trump administration. So they're not even saying when he's dead. He was dead. They are just confirming that he has been.
This sounds like
killed.
something that Trump would brag about, though.
Yeah.
It does. Maybe he didn't know. And finally this story. Oh, I got to get to this. Jeffrey Epstein. This was in the New York Times.
This just gets more and more bizarre.
I didn't read the story, just the headline.
The wealthy financier who's accused of sex trafficking had an unusual dream. He hoped to seed the human race with his DNA by impregnating women at his vast New Mexico ranch. Epstein, over the years, confided to scientists and others about his scheme, according to 4 people familiar with his thinking, although there's no evidence that it ever happened. Epstein's vision reflected his long-standing fascination with what's become known as transhumanism, the science of improving the human population through technologies like genetic engineering and artificial intelligence. Critics have likened transhumanism to a modern-day version of eugenics, the discredited field of improving the human race through controlled breeding. Mr. Epstein, who's been charged with sexual trafficking of girls as young as 14, was a serial illusionist. He lied about the identities of his clients, his wealth, his financial prowess, his personal achievements, but he managed to use his connections to cultivate a rather valuable relationship with scientists. He was friends with Stephen Hawking, Nobel Prize-winning physicist Murray Gell-Mann.
Stephen Hawking was a little...
The paleontologist and evolutionary biologist Stephen Jay Gould, Oliver Sacks, the neurologist and best-selling author. And
just because they're scientists doesn't mean they don't like to have sex.
These people it was probably not so much the sex, it was probably money. He would promise to fund their research and, that sort of thing. And so they just would either overlook or not comment on what they may have known what was going on. And his bizarre idea of seeding the human race, they either just overlooked it or didn't talk about it because they wanted some money. So they, you're willing to overlook it because of that. Yeah, he's a real strange guy.
All right, sports, weather, traffic.
Congratulations to our own GOAT. You know what I mean when I mean GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah, Nick Raimondo. He's kind of doing his last lap of things, and one of them is the MLS All-Star Game. He was invited to come, so not voted in, but the league said, "Oh, you're retiring this year. We're going to have you come and be part of the All-Star Game," which was great. They lost, but still, it was great. Real is going to play Saturday night, 8 p.m. They face New York City FC, and you can get specially priced tickets if you go to rsl.com. Weather, we've got a little bit cooler today, slight chance of some storms, but not as much as we had yesterday, 92 for a high. Traffic, it's just been kind of nasty on Parley's this morning. There was the construction that was causing backups at the top of Parley Summit. And now there's also a crash westbound I-80, probably as a result of the stop-and-go traffic up there. Crash eastbound 201 freeway at 72nd West. That's causing some delays in that area. Northbound I-15 through Sandy. Seems to be easing up a little bit. Not so bad there. Let me check our message stream quickly. Lehigh accident clearing up. Vehicles only blocking the far left lane. Thank you, whoever sent that in via text at 33986. Manhattan is infested with flurkins. Will Captain Marvel be able to halt the adorable invasion? Go higher, further, faster with Captain Marvel in a brand new all-ages adventure. This is at Dr. Volt's.
Comic book.
Yeah.
Here's Boehner candidate number 3. Foxy Noxy, stranger than we knew. Did you see this, Gina?
It's not true. I didn't want to...
It's not true?
I have seen reports that this is not true.
Okay. Amanda Knox spent 4 years in an Italian jail for the gruesome murder of a British student, Meredith Kircher, before she was cleared. She made a plea for cash this month. That's not true?
No.
Claiming that she wanted the best party ever with her husband, Christopher Robinson?
No.
As a reward for giving money to the nuptials, which appeared to be space-themed. Is that true?
Let me look.
This is in your beloved British press, Gina.
I know.
As a reward for giving money for the nuptials, which appeared to be space-themed, donors were promised a copy of the couple's love poems.
Oh, boy.
The book called Cardio Tesseract.
So on Sunday, Amanda Knox and her fiance are shooting down claims that they're crowdfunding their intergalactic-themed wedding. So she's engaged to Christopher Robinson. They've created a website linked to a publicly accessible wedding registry. I didn't put it out there expecting to get a dime from people. It's just our wedding registry. It's not like, hey, I want to crowdsource paying for my wedding. It's a wedding registry like anybody that gets married that has a registry.
Well, okay, the British press says the website devoted to the Knox Robinson Coalescence, they wrote, "Let's face it, we don't need any more stuff. What we do need is help putting on the best party ever for our family and friends. We weren't expecting to be planning a wedding and Amanda's first ever return trip to Italy at the same time, but we couldn't pass up the opportunity. With scant time to plan, we had to spend our wedding funds on this important journey." They're already married.
Oh, this isn't for their wedding. Oh.
Yeah. See, they're already married.
And so they just want a trip?
No, they want money. They said, we spent all the money having to go to Italy. And then there's a picture of them dressed up in space outfits of some sort, or I don't know what they are. They're
weird.
They're weird.
Okay.
As a reward for giving money for the marriage, which appeared to be space-themed, donors were promised a copy of their book of love poems, the Cardio Tesseract. An earlier entry shows they applied for a marriage license back in November. She slammed critics, claiming they had been misinterpreted, but those attacks have been undermined after records came to light that they've been married since December.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
She was trying to downplay it. But
she's a weirdo.
Yeah.
And stranger than we knew, and she's trying to con people out of their money. Boehner candidate number 3.
Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boehner candidate number 1, a well-deserved kick to the crotch. A man wearing a Speedo on this island where there are these wild ponies and lots of signs that say, don't pet the wild ponies. Tried to pet the wild pony, and he got it right in the nuts. Boehner candidate number 2, I'm just a happy girl. So mugshot of a woman smiling away. She was arrested for leaving her sleeping infant inside of her running car so that she could go in and have a couple of shots of booze. And Boehner candidate number 3, Foxy Noxy, stranger than we knew.
All right, it's time for you to vote. This is round 2. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to Boehner fight and possibly become Boehner of the Day. If it wins here, it'll have to defeat the winner of round 1's voting. We did that last hour. We'll take both of the winners and put them against each other in Boehner Dome. That's when Boehner fight happens, and you decide Boehner of the Day. That'll be at 9:20 this morning. So right now you're picking the champion for round 2. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that number in the message of a text. All right, that's one way to vote. You can call 877-602-9696. The producer's booth will take your votes. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boehner Voting August 1, 2019, and vote there. You've only got 4.5 minutes to do it, so let's go. This is round 2.
When Carrie Bill...
Please.
She sends out tweets. No, really. She does. We promise. Follow her on Twitter at RFHGina and find out for yourself. Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, so time to award round 2 of your boners.
Which is brought to you in part by some naan.
Some naan, like garlic naan?
No, just regular.
Just regular naan. I like some naan. And Snowbird, no off-season tram rides, hiking, activities at the base. Plenty of ways to take summer head-on. Plan your escape at snowbird.com.
Boner candidate number 1 was a well-deserved kick to the groin. A guy wearing a Speedo. It's on this island in off the coast of Maryland. And there are wild ponies there. And plenty of signs that say, don't pet the wild ponies. Well, he pet the wild pony. And he got a kick right in the Speedo.
Good.
Boner candidate number 2, I'm just a happy gal. Smiling, gleaming away in her mugshot. Arrested for leaving her sleeping child in the back of a car that was running while she went in to have a shot of liquor or two. And boner candidate number 3 was Foxy Noxy, stranger than we knew, Amanda Knox and her weirdo husband trying to claim that they were not married yet and they were trying to get money for their wedding ceremony by putting up a fundraising page. And the winner was boner candidate number 2, I'm just a happy gal.
All right, there you go. That's the winner of round 2's voting, going up against the winner of round 1 in boner fights. 9:20 is when you will decide boner of the day.
Yeah. We've got all 4 of our interns in here. Mm-hmm. Hannah and Bailey.
The other 3 Baileys.
Bailey is just one guy, but he does the work of 3 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I sit in a chair and I push buttons.
Yeah. Well, that's the job. You're a button pusher. Now,
are you pandering to Kerry Jackson with your T-shirt, Bailey?
No, he's genuinely a fan.
Oh,
Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay.
He went and
I
bought
grew up
that
with
T-shirt at a thrift store just so he could impress Kerry
I
Jackson.
wouldn't put it past him.
Gina, well, you think the worst of everyone.
No, I'm saying it's a compliment to him for knowing who he works for.
And Hannah, what are you wearing? Are you wearing that blouse as a nod to me, as kind of pandering to me?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because that's the kind of blouse I like to wear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Got to dress to impress. Right?
Now, you guys aren't going to be with us much longer, right?
No.
Yeah, like almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks now, and you're going back to school. You both go to
Dixie State.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: you ride in together? To
Yeah,
work?
we just started this beginning.
Yeah,
of the week.
usually we don't carpool.
Okay, you don't live together.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you.
But carpooling, they work at the same time. It makes sense to.
And we
to
only
carpool.
live 10 minutes away from each other. We've
Okay.
never carpooled together
Are
until
you losing
this
your
week.
voice?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, she's been sick
Sorry.
all week.
I've been a little sick.
Getting
Oh, I'm
everyone
sorry.
sick.
That's okay.
Got the other intern sick too.
Thanks.
Are you sick?
No, the new one.
Oh,
What's her
I
name?
haven't met that person yet.
Peggy.
That's why, 'cause
All
she's been out sick.
Yeah. Well, so this morning I understand that there was a problem. Who was driving?
I was.
And where were you when this occurred?
Just off I-15, or just on I-15.
You were on I-15, and how fast were you going, Bailey? Bailey?
I thought I was going 90. So I don't really get to ride in the HOV lane a lot, and I thought you could go a little faster. I thought I was going 90, but the officer told me I was going 98.
98?
Yeah.
In a
We were a
70.
little late. I was a little
Wait a minute. Let me back up. I thought I was going 90, as if that's okay
Yeah.
if you were going. You're supposed to say, I thought I was going about 70.
Now he's pandering to Kerry Jackson. Because Kerry's going, I drive 90 all the time.
Yeah, that's average speed.
Yeah.
And I think it's also interesting that you thought that somehow there was a different speed limit for the HOV.
That's what I always thought. If you're in the HOV lane, you can go a little faster.
You should be.
It just means you go faster because you're not as encumbered, but not that you're actually going fast.
Yeah. Now, I go. I've bumped my speed up these days to about 75 on the regular stretches of I-15. 75, 77. That's as far as I'll go.
Now my guess is at 98 he didn't let you off with a warning.
Nope.
No,
I got a ticket.
We tried to sweet talk him.
Did you tell him you were on your way to the Radio from Hell show?
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
No, sometimes that works. But did he say I don't care, or what did he say?
He didn't say much. He was just like, "Where are you going?" And then as soon as he said that, Hannah goes, "I really have to pee." And he's like, "There's gas stations everywhere."
I
So
was
I'm like,
so excited. I thought we were going to be on an episode of Live PD or Cops, but
so she's trying to sweet talk him.
You thought by saying I really have to pee that's the reason we were going fast.
yeah, and Bailey told me to
But
shut up.
I was like, "Can we just go? We were already late for work."
So he
I was
blamed
like,
it on me, essentially.
Okay,
Said, you're the
essentially.
reason that we were late.
I was just tired and mad.
And then
Yeah.
he apologized to me about 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
And said it's my fault.
Because it wasn't your fault. You
No.
were driving.
No. So
we
how
would
much,
rather you be late and not
Yeah.
hurt yourself
How much
than
was
try
the-
to be here.
the ticket?
Thank you.
I don't know yet. I didn't say.
doesn't say
They told
Terry,
me.
how much are the tickets for?
I haven't gotten a ticket in a very, very long time, so I don't know.
He said to call the city of Murray 5 days after 14 days, which I don't know what that means.
Oh, so it wasn't a highway patrol?
It was a highway patrol.
It was a highway
but-
patrol,
yeah.
but because
But
okay.
I think they do it that whatever
It's going
jurisdiction.
to be about $200.
Ouch.
Okay.
Did he write it for 98?
Yes.
He didn't make it
He
down
didn't-
a
he
little
didn't
bit.
take it down,
Yeah,
huh?
you're good. Yeah.
Now, Hannah,
Yes.
don't let Bailey make you try to split the cost of the ticket. Because I know that's
Honestly, I would.
Aw.
Because that's how much I love Bailey as a friend.
Oh,
He's a really great friend.
okay. Well,
Yeah, but he has a lead foot.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yes, I like the speed.
well, I what kind of car were you driving?
I drive my mom's old BMW because it's old and it's wrecked, so it's a perfect car, and it's got a lot of problems, so it's a perfect car for me.
But it goes fast.
It goes fast.
You take that
yes.
to school?
Yeah, we tow it down because it wouldn't make it past Utah
Tow
County.
it down.
It always leaks oil, so
You
we
really do. You tow it.
Yes.
tow it down. We're considering
That's
leaving
Then you
hilarious.
shouldn't be driving at 98.
Right,
miles an
right.
hour.
it. It makes it here.
We could drive my car at 98.
No,
Yeah,
nobody
what-
drive at
driving?
98.
What kind of car do you drive?
I have a 2013 Volkswagen Golf GTI.
Well,
She's
there you
quick.
go. Yeah,
She's
I
quick.
bet. All right. Well, I'm glad. Just be safe, okay? You can
Thank
be.
you.
You can be a little late if you need to be.
Well, and our attorney Ed Brass, Example 397 of why I will never go out of business.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your Aunt Sue says that you'll be making up some of that money watching the pups tomorrow.
Nice.
So
Will be.
That'll be awesome. All right. You may go and take
Actually, can I tell a quick story?
Quick.
It reminded me of the buffalo story you guys were just talking about. We were up in Snowbird about a few weeks ago, and we were out on me, my brother, and my 2 cousins and sister-in-law were out on a night hike, and we just got back from it. We're walking on this paved path, and my brother was just talking. He said, "There's no dangerous animals in Utah. There's your grizzlies up in Idaho. You should be more scared of that."
I know what you saw.
And as soon as he's finished saying that, my cousin stops dead in his tracks, and he goes, "A meese." And yeah, he says a meese because he's that terrified. And we all didn't believe him. So we look over, and I see this big giant mass stand up and start to like walk, and I see its ears poke up, and I look back and I see my brother sprinting, like trying to get himself up these rocks. And I know when my brother's running, that's when we should really go, because he knows real danger.
Those moose, right?
They live right down there in that little area by the pond. Yeah.
We were right by there, and we were climbing up these rocks, and I still have some thorns in my hand, but I like grasped up a thorn bush.
Did it chase you?
I didn't look back. We were all running back to where we were staying.
All right, thanks you guys.
There's mountain lions as well are dangerous animals. So
too.
exactly. So yeah. All right. Thanks.
Traffic is still nasty up at Parley's Summit. So there's construction, which is already slowing things down, and then there's been an accident or two westbound 80 near Jeremy Ranch. So that's an issue. Let me check our message stream, see if anybody's sent anything there via text at 33986. Nope, looks good.
All right.
Speaking of Snowbird, there's no off-season. Tram rides, hiking, activities at the base. Plenty of ways to take summer head-on. Plan your escape at snowbird.com.
Let's see. We got Boehner fight coming up in the next hour. Stand by for that. New Dwello home.
Lolly and the New Dwello team. What you need to do is text the word money to 62687. That's money, MONEY. And you can find out information about how you can get down payment assistance. There are various grants and rebates available, like a forgivable grant program for $18,124, up to $5,000 in agent rebates if you use the New Dwello people to buy a home. And also there's a $5,000 partner loan credit. Up to $28,124 are available.
Yeah, now you
down payment money.
You could find that on your own via the grants and everything, but why do that? They've compiled it all for you.
Except for the New Dwello rebate. That's them exclusively at New Dwello. So please, if you want down payment assistance, find out if you qualify by texting the word money to 62687.
Young the Giant.
It's a big show.
Big show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else is there?
Who?
Remember the Aces?
Yes, I do. They're charming young women.
Yep, they're there, and also I'm assuming it's a local band because their name's Sago, so I'm betting it's a local band.
Could be.
I don't know. It's the Twilight concert series at the Gallivan. 6 o'clock, I believe, is when it opens, and there are still tickets available, but I would buy them now rather than waiting for tonight.
Yeah, do that. So we, our whole company, Broadway Media, along with the Utah Eye Centers, we've been sponsoring this back-to-school campaign for kids from the road home so that they can get new school clothes. Backpacks, supplies, shoes.
They're going to school. They need whatever your kids need for back to school.
Mm-hmm.
They need, and for some reason, they're not getting a lot of donations.
Been a little slow. This is the third year for this. It's the Apple Tree program. So go to one of the locations if you want to help, the Utah Eye Center locations.
If you go to x96.com, there's the addresses of the Utah Eye Centers there.
There's one in Bountiful, one in Ogden, one in Orem, and one in Salt Lake. Go to the Utah Eye Center and pick an apple off the tree and buy the needed supplies, and then take them back to the Utah Eye Center. It's simple to do, and it's really helpful for these kids who they have no resources. Their parents are without work and homeless generally.
Now, if that seems like I don't have time to go to the Utah Eye Center and do that, they've made it super easy. If you go to x96.com, click on the rotating banner that says at Road Home Apple Tree. There's a link there, the roadhomeappletree.com. You click on that, and you can just donate money, and then they'll buy the things that the kids, like say, for $25, that's not much,
Sure.
$25, you can buy a new backpack for a child.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah. $50, you can get a couple of pairs of shoes, and so on and so forth. So they make it easy. And Utah Eye Centers are great for participating in this. But if you don't have time to go into one of their locations, and they're listed, like you were saying, Bountiful, Ogden, Salt Lake, Utah Eye Centers are all there. But please go do that. Well, I know your kids probably you're needing to buy stuff for them. $25
just a little bit
would be great.
And they're kids without resources, and they just need the help. So so please do it. All right.
Easy enough. Go to x96.com for all the information. All right. Coming up, we do have for you Boehner Fight. You're going to decide who Boehner of the day is coming up next.
X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
You're going to need that information here in about 7 or so minutes to vote for Boehner of the Day. That's when we're going to do it. Now, before that, we have a reasonable amount of news, but just really quickly here. On Twitter, there's a person that I follow. It says, after about a dozen arguments about what to call residents of certain states, I Googled and found the U.S. Government Publishing Office Style Manual. And here's the official designated if you're from a state.
Okay.
So if you were to say Ohio, what would you say?
An Ohioan.
Very good. Let's see, Rhode Island.
A Rhode Islander.
Very good. Of course, Utah.
Utah.
A Utah.
Utah. Very good. Nevada.
A Nevadan.
Very good. Hawaii.
Hawaiian? No?
No.
Not a Hawaiian?
It should be.
Oh, but it's aloha.
A Hawaiian night? A Hawaiian...
It should be Hawaiian, right?
Yeah.
It says here Hawaiian resident.
Yeah, because
because
Hawaiian is a race of people.
Oh, okay.
Does California say Californicator?
No.
You know what that is.
Yeah.
Californian.
It's not Californicator?
No.
No.
But this other person that I follow says, I'll have one medium-sized Hawaii resident pizza and a Diet Coke, please. All right. Okay, so reasonable amount of news now. Brought to you by?
The Honda Giant, Stockton 12 Honda in Sandy. Find your Honda at stockton12honda.com.
All right, thank you. Let me get you a jingle here.
Good news.
What's that?
The bralette is back, according to the New York Times.
I can't wear
the bralette.
What is a bralette?
It's it's cute. It's like a little shelf kind of.
And you sometimes, like if you don't wear a blouse with it, sometimes you just let people see it.
Yeah, it's like a.
It's a little bralette. It's back.
Okay.
It's back. I just wanted to let everybody know. There's a multi-page article
They're
about
cute.
the
I
bralette
can't wear them, but they're cute.
in the New York Times. They don't offer enough support. Is that correct? Is that why?
They zeros. It's more just.
All right, I need to. How do you spell it?
I don't know if you should Google bralette.
Bralette. It's someone who's from Bra. I'm a bralette.
It's like it doesn't have underwires and things. It looks like a tank top, maybe kind of. Or,
you know,
Okay.
that's all there is to
They're
it.
cute.
All right.
Alexandria Ocasio
Cortez
took Mitch McConnell to school. Senate Majority Leader McConnell claims that he's a victim of McCarthyism. People call me Moscow Mitch for blocking a bill to protect U.S. elections from Russian meddling. McConnell wrote on Twitter, modern-day McCarthyism is a poison for American democracy. It's shameful to imply that policy disagreements make the other side unpatriotic. The people who push such unhinged smears are doing Putin's destabilizing work for him.
And I should know I've been doing it for years.
On Tuesday, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez offered up a correction. McCarthyism is the practice of baselessly accusing political opponents of being communists as unjust grounds for targeting and harassment. You are blocking action to protect U.S. elections despite official Department of Justice pleas. This doesn't make you a communist. It makes you a bad leader. Last week, McConnell blocked a bill passed by the House that would have authorized $775 million to help protect state elections from Russian hacking and other threats. That action prompted critics to call him Moscow Mitch. McConnell defended himself on the Senate floor by calling two of his critics hyperventilating hacks. That's all they are.
Oh, boy.
A lot of name calling.
So,
yeah.
I'll tweet a link to. Oh, we were talking about Jeffrey Epstein earlier. And how he wanted to seed the world with his. He wanted to have his a Jeffrey Epstein sperm bank and impregnate as many women as possible. He also believed, according to a scientist who knew him, that he wanted his body and penis frozen. His head and his penis.
Well, it's not too late.
Yeah, can we do that now?
Yeah. This is a commentary in the Salt Lake Tribune. I won't be able to get to all of it, but I'll tweet a link to it. It's called "How to Be a Mormon in Just 73 Easy Steps."
73.
That doesn't sound easy at all.
And it's by a woman named Met Harrison, and it's pretty interesting. Oh, she lives in London.
Like what?
Oh, no,
instance?
Leighton. I'm sorry. She lives in Leighton. Well, never use the word Mormon in describing anything Mormon. Doing so is a win for Satan.
A win for Satan.
Is this a real list?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it's it is a tongue-in-cheek list. Because when, what's his name, the current prophet leader of the church, said that we need to not say Mormon anymore, he said that. He said it was.
He said it was a win for
He
Satan.
said it's a win for Satan.
Hail Satan!
If we use the word Mormon. Eat lots of vegetables and fruits in their season, and yes, funeral potatoes do count as a vegetable. Let's see. Attend temple once a month at least, and always have a valid recommend. Never use a curse word. If you need a library of false swear options, watch Napoleon Dynamite multiple times and absorb its vocabulary. Let's see. Sign up to bring meals to the sick or otherwise needy. These must be home cooked. No KFC allowed. Feed the missionaries. Hefty portions. You don't want emaciated elders or sisters around. And then there are specific ones for men and for women. Women, Mormon women, do feminine crafts. Knitting, crocheting, and quilting. Learn how to bake bread and cook meals cheaply and can foods. Bonus points if you grow the food in your own garden.
Aside from the religious stuff, I couldn't ever be Mormon.
No.
Wear makeup, because even an old barn looks good with a little paint on it.
Okay, I'm out. I'm out.
Do not
Really?
Do not nurse at church, except in the mother's lounge in the women's bathroom, which will also be where children's dirty diapers are changed and disposed of. But modesty. Decorate your house with Relief Society kitsch. No porn shoulders. What does that mean? What are porn
Where they're
shoulders?
just like
Exposed-
cut out shirts.
Yeah, exposed shoulders.
Don't slam your purse or talk in a shrill tone. Don't chew gum in church. And if you have one ear piercing, you can have one ear piercing per God's instruction. Getting double pierced ears is beyond the pale, so don't push it.
Does God talk about double?
No.
I don't
It's a
think
joke.
so.
It's a joke, Gina. It's a joke.
Yeah.
And she's but a lot of these, I mean, they hit close to home. These are things that you hear.
Even an old barn looks better with a fresh coat of paint.
Yep.
I'm still. That's my sign off.
These are things that for men play church ball hard enough to get injured or injure someone else. Unless somebody winds up in the hospital, the spirit hasn't spoken strongly enough. Facial hair was fine for Jesus, but not for you. The clean-cut look is definitely the Latter-day Saint look. Oh, and man buns are flat out. Yeah. Okay. She's done a lovely job.
It's Boehner Fight. With Radio from Hell on X96.
Oh, you had all that Catholic stuff earlier. I thought I needed to balance that out.
Okay.
All right, here we go with Boehner Fight, the winner from round 1 in the 7 o'clock hour, which was a big game kill. Not really. It's what the man claimed. A guy named Michael Garcia claimed on Instagram. But what the big game kill he was referring to was he let his dog chase down and kill a 1-month-old fawn. And then Mr. Garcia skinned the animal and displayed its hide and bones on Instagram as well. And Boehner candidate number 2, I'm just a happy gal. It's the smiling mugshot of a woman who was arrested for leaving her sleeping infant in a running car, while she went into the bar to have a couple of drinks. That's it.
There you go. You've got to decide of these two candidates which one is the worst. Which one deserves to go forward to becomes Boehner of the Day. Excuse me. Yeah, Boehner of the Day for August 1st, 2019. 1 or 2. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that number in the message of a text, that single digit, and then text that to 33986. You can call 877-602-9696. Use your voice to vote. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boehner Fight August 1, 2019, and vote there. You've got 300 seconds to decide which one is Boehner of the Day.
original alternative X96.
All right, it's time to award Boner of the Day.
And yes, it's brought to you in part by totally by a vegetable curry with some naan and some
Chutney?
Chutney, thank you. Mango chutney. The thing, the stuff.
We know.
That good stuff.
All that.
So we had boner candidate number 1. It was a big game kill. No, really wasn't a big game kill. It was you allowing your dog to bring down and kill a 1-month-old fawn. And boner candidate number 2, I am just a happy gal. The mugshot of the woman who was arrested, she's just smiling like everything is just peachy, but she was arrested for leaving her infant sleeping in the back of her running car while she went into the bar to have a couple of drinks. And the winner, boner candidate number 2, I'm just a happy gal.
Really? If you'd have seen the picture of the fawn, you wouldn't have.
Nope.
Anyway, there's your. We don't pick them, you do.
Nope.
That's your boner of the day for August 1st, 2019. It is now qualified to be boner of the week, and that's you don't get a say in that. Dave the Flower Guy, just by his Socratic command, comes in and tells us tomorrow who boner of the week is.
So Jackie Briggs is here. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Jackie is with the Gateway. You do like marketing and public relations?
Yeah, I do their marketing and events there.
And there is a big event at the Gateway Saturday. I was going to say tomorrow, but it's Saturday. The Strong Volkswagen Gateway and the present the 3rd annual food truck and brewery battle.
A battle? That sounds dangerous.
Now, like, are they armed or what do we do? How does this happen?
No.
Okay.
That's not the case. They're armed with good food and craft beer, and it's the 3rd annual, so they'll be voting for people to kind of taste the different breweries, taste the food trucks. The Salt Lake Tribune will be giving an Editor's Choice Award for each category, and then there'll be a public voting option for each category.
Would people walk around with ballots, or how do they do that?
It's all text voting, so yeah, they'll have the numbers on each of the trucks, and it'll be on our large digital tower. So it's kind of just a fun little sampling. You can get full meals, or they'll have a discounted smaller portion so that you can sample multiple trucks.
The Gateway, is it down there by the fountain? Is that how it works?
Yeah, we're closing 100 South and taking all of that street with a stage, a karaoke stage, and then we're taking Rio Grande all the way down to the plaza with another DJ stage.
Oh, wow.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And this is there's breweries and stuff, but family, you can bring your family to this.
Absolutely, yeah. It's free to come to the event, and then you just purchase your samples and beer as you wish.
Do you know how many food trucks are going to be there?
There's going to be 18 total.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Man.
Quite a bit, yeah. So there'll be some classics that everyone loves, and then there's some newer guys that maybe you haven't tried yet, too, that will kind of make the scene.
And then what's the entertainment? You said there's a karaoke stage. Is that the entertainment? Or?
Yeah, karaoke's always entertaining. And then there'll also be a DJ stage with some DJs from Broadway Media.
I know from Broadway Media.
That's
I know that
us.
place. Yeah, we work for them, so
You're familiar.
Jackie Briggs from the Gateway. This is the bigger than it's been. This is the 3rd one, and so it's bigger than it's been in the past.
Yeah, we had a huge turnout last year, so we knew we just had to add more trucks so that we can help temper the lines a little bit, and then add some local breweries actually that just opened this year, so they weren't even available last year.
Yeah, there's so many new breweries around.
There's 1 or 2 every year. Yeah,
it seems like they just sprout up, when it rains or something. I don't know. So it's from 4 to 10 p.m. At the Gateway on Saturday. This Saturday, no cost to come down to the event, but you want to bring some money to purchase food and beer. And it's sponsored by us and, of course, the Gateway and the Salt Lake Tribune, the Food Truck League.
There's a whole league,
There's
Bill.
a whole league, yeah.
I had no idea. Also Strong Volkswagen HD2 and the Advocates. There's a lot of information on it at x96.com. Do you have a favorite food truck, Jackie?
It rotates. I like variety, so every year I try different ones and like different ones. But I am excited to try some of the newer ones. There's the raclette machine. Have you guys had that one?
What's it called?
Raclette machine. So it's
I
the
know what
melted,
raclette is.
melted
It's
cheese on potatoes and vegetables, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'd eat that.
Oh, yeah. raclette is a thing of cheese that you melt really
Scrape
easy.
off. Oh yeah, so
It's like
not
a big.
your cup of tea. but-
Not for Gina.
No, Gina's no cheese, no cheese. There, don't worry. There'll be some kind of
Here we go. Hyatt's
meat-
Grill. It's halal.
meat on
Perfect.
a stick.
Meat at skewers.
There'll be meat on a stick for you, Gina.
That's perfect.
That's fine.
Something for everyone.
Jackie, nice to see you, and I hope it's a big success. I'm sure it will be. It's this Saturday at the Gateway.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
What if action figure news specialist Carrie Jackson.
Just really quick, a tweet that I just saw from somebody I follow, Paul Goyat. Perhaps Twitter isn't the place for personal confessions, and I'm sure I'm putting myself at great professional risk by doing so, but I'm compelled to come correct about something I've been carrying around for years. I never liked DeBarge. I only pretended to for a girl.
Wow.
She left me for a dude who drove a 77 Camaro Rally Sport.
Yeah.
I understand if you need to unfollow.
Well,
I thought you were going to go to Who's Johnny?
Well,
Who's
that's all we-
Johnny?
that's all we have.
This is the only one.
You better talk to your PD.
Oh,
When,
Todd, we need Who's Johnny?
when L. DeBarge struck off on his own,
That
I
was
out.
You were out?
I was out.
Okay.
I have a story here. It's an instructive story if you want to have a long life.
Oh.
It's about a woman in New York who's turning 107, and she has a secret to living a long life.
I, too, have a story about how to live a longer life.
Wow.
A woman with a secret. I, too, have.
What's that
This
story
woman
about?
escapes cougar attack by playing Metallica.
That would be one way to have a long life. Is you will not have a long life if you do not escape a cougar attack. That, as a matter of fact, this woman says that.
Is that really part of her?
The 107-year-old woman said, "Here are the secrets to living to be as old as I am. First of all, never let a cougar attack you, or if a cougar does, make sure you have some Metallica."
Good advice.
107 years old. She says the secret to long life also is never get married.
Well, really, in 107 years, she was never married to anyone?
Louise Jean Signor from the Bronx, joined more than 100 guests to celebrate her birthday. She was born in 1912. That's the same year that Titanic collided with an iceberg and sank.
Wow.
William Howard Taft was president when she was born. She's been a resident of the Bronx since she was 14, and to this day, she still does all of her own shopping. She has no cane, no wheelchair.
Wow.
Takes blood pressure tablets, but that's about it.
This is all for not getting married?
Well, she's also says good home-cooked food and lots of fruit and vegetables without soda or cake.
Now, wait a minute. If I lived at 107, I want some cake.
Well, it's interesting that she says that because she's standing over a massive birthday cake.
It's her very first cake she's ever had.
She says, I think the secret of 107, I never got married. I've always eaten good Italian food. Italian food is very good for you. I was brought up with good food. No soda, no cake.
I'm sorry, I don't want to live to be 107 if there's no cake.
When she was 103, this is another good story, a good reason that she has a long life. She was able to escape a robber who knocked her to the ground and stole $35, 2 meals, and a magnifying glass, and a pack of bingo cards from her.
Scared him off by playing Metallica.
Sad but true.
That's right. Her mother lived to be 97. Her 3 brothers, including twins, died in their mid-90s. She takes no medicine. No medicine. She's 18 presidents in the White House, 2 world wars, the invention of TV during her lifetime.
The invention of all kinds of things.
No kidding. She worked as an administrative assistant for New York's public transportation operators and the Metropolitan Transit Authority until she was 65. 107.
So the song, I don't think we have Don't Tread on Me. Maybe we do.
No, we don't.
That's the song.
I was going to ask, what song?
So a Metallica song helped a Canadian woman with a cougar. I'll just read you the quick story.
How old was she?
It doesn't say. She was out walking with her dog.
Oh, I've got it here. She's 105.
Oh. And came across a cougar. The big cat came walking toward her. After yelling and making loud noises, as recommended by wildlife experts, the cougar didn't move. So she turned to the power of metal and started playing Metallica's Don't Tread on Me on her phone. I thought it was the noisiest thing on my phone and would probably scare it away, but it also had the message I wanted to convey. As soon as the first notes blared out, like this. The cougar ran into the bush.
Obviously not a Metallica lover.
No, like the barge, actually.
She and her dog safely made it home, and now she feels she owes Metallica a favor. She says, I'd love to contact James Hetfield and tell him that he saved my life.
This is a lie. It's an excuse to try and meet James Hetfield.
Well, young lady, James Hetfield happens to be in the next room.
So it just got, be prepared when you go hiking. Take water,
and if you want to meet James Hetfield.
And Metallica.
All right, Gina, let's see how you do.
Okay. That's 1.
Very good. Wow.
Nothing else matters.
Nope.
No?
Those damn mosquitoes. It's not Nothing Else Matters.
No.
Come on, Gina.
It's
You're gonna lose your title.
Unforgiven.
Very good. Okay.
For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Of course.
Sad but true.
Oh yeah, you did that one. Okay.
Mohammed asked me yesterday what a MILF was.
No, that's not it.
Mom, what's a MILF? I'm like,
Say you're going to lose your title, heavy metal MILF.
I don't think you should.
I can't
The
wait.
Way Back Home.
No, hero of the day.
No.
That's Nothing Else Matters.
Okay.
Go back to DeBarge.
Wherever I may roam.
Wherever I may roam. Okay, and let's see, finally.
I'm off today. I'm sorry.
Turn the page.
I'm off today.
No?
I'm off today.
Oh, you've lost your title. All right, on tomorrow's show, we find a new heavy metal MILF.
No.
Sorry.
That's all there is to it.
When your 11-year-old son, 9-year-old
He
son.
really did 11.
When your
Like,
11-year-old
where did you
son
hear that?
asks you that, then it's time to not use that phrase anymore.
Where did you hear that?
It is time.
I mean, it's not a particularly flattering thing to say
No.
of anyone,
No.
especially yourself.
No.
Right?
Jay from West Jordan, the not married thing makes sense.
Yeah.
My great aunt died soon after she married her second husband.
Did the authorities look into it?
And people are wondering why you didn't get Enter Sandman. Because it's too easy.
And we just played it.
Yeah, even I could do that one. All right. Should we do the promo? And
I got to find it.
Get out
I
of
know
here.
I have it, but there it is. Okay. Ready? Here we go. On Friday's Radio from Hell show.
Well, it's Friday. That means we answer the best or meh question of the week at 8 a.m.
If you think you have a best question for us, send it to radiofromhell@x96.com and we may answer it.
Also, Dave the Flower Guy will come in here at 9:45 and decide who is Boner of the Week.
But as always, there will be, you guessed it, more on Friday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
Okay. Couple of things. Join me.
Terry
Jackson. Today, that's right.
I will be appearing at a Murdoch car dealership in Woods Cross.
Okay.
It says Murdoch Hyundai, but
Sounds like it's a new location.
it might be a new location. It's 2375 South, 625 West in Woods Cross.
Yeah, this says it's an open house event. Sounds like it's a brand new
Open house event?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe it is.
Hey, maybe there'll be cake.
And it
I
says
hope.
you have Fan X tickets.
Oh, Fan X tickets, and I'm going to have some comic books to give away too. All right.
And what time is that?
That's 4 to 6.
Okay.
Woods Cross tonight, Murdoch. And let's see, our event next week, 1 week from today, is slowly filling up.
It's going really well. I mean, there are not a lot of slots left.
Really?
Yeah. So go to x96.com and register for our mixer. It's our contract signing celebration. You can either celebrate or you can bemoan the fact that we'll be around for another 3 years. But that's next Thursday, 7 o'clock at the Point After in Murray. Is it in Murray?
Yes.
Yeah. But you got to sign up online. 21 old and older only because, well, there's icky whiskey and icky beer there.
It's finger steaks.
Have you checked on that?
Icky finger steaks. It's on their menu.
It's on their menu, and I figure
Okay.
if I say it enough, they'll make sure it happens.
Is that what you're doing?
Well, it's on the menu.
Putting it out there?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you should call and to make a demand.
Doesn't hurt.
I'm Gina Barbarian. I'm not coming to my own party.
Bill,
unless there
radio
are finger
works,
steaks.
and if I say it on the radio,
That's true because radio is fundamental.
All right. All business? We good?
Yeah.
Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
even an old barn looks better with a fresh coat of paint.
Corey is next.
X96.